3. Boom! Sup, guys? Ruin your is the legend, the OG, Mike York.
Hey.
Yeah, Dirtbag Dan's here too.
Oh yeah, I'm here. I'm also here.
Hey.
I'm also here. I was just saying, he's like the perfect dude to have, not only because he's the coolest motherfucker on earth, but he also has skate parts that are the parts that we all fucking like went to the skate shops and bought the videos and went home and watched them over and over and over again. Like, I can't tell you how many times like a session would start with like, yeah, right, you know what I mean? Like, we watch the video and then everybody goes out and fucking skates. So to have you here, like, I know when we posted this shit, a bunch of people were like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Hey. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
This is awesome.
Well, that and also Mike is actually familiar with our shit. He watches the Dirtbag Dan show. He watches
for
battle
sure,
rap.
for sure.
We were talking a lot on the way over
I
here.
said, yo, let me rap.
Yeah.
I watched that shit.
We were talking on the way over here about how these fools will get together and basically do watch battles at his pad. Him and his homies are just like pausing it, like, oh, fucking
Dope.
see this shit. And,
Dope.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I was like, I remember I posted a pic of Caddy and you commented on it. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, Mike York follows me on Instagram? Got like starstruck for a second. But I'm like so stoked you're the first one on this because this has been something I've been wanting to do for like hella long. Because I feel like skateboarding is kind of missing that commentary that goes kind of like deep and then also shows the personal side of the skateboarders behind it, because that's where Watch Battles is so successful, where people are like, oh, these battle rappers aren't assholes, they're not killing people 24/7.
Right, exactly.
And skaters are like the exact same way, where they have these big personalities and they're like great humans too. So I'm super stoked to have you be the first one to show us that.
Appreciate it. I am too, man. Thank you.
Hell yeah.
I'm honored, I must tell you.
I grew up skating in the Bay Area, and you're from San Francisco. So, like, for us, like, I was telling him, he's like, I can't believe we never met before. And I was like, when I was a little kid, I fucking was watching you skate, like, all the time and shit. Like, I would definitely be going to EMB when I was super young. Pier 7 the most, I think, was. Yeah. And the thing about Pier 7 is the ledges look so much smaller and so much easier to grind on fucking video.
I went back to Pier 7 and looked at it and tried to switch crooked grind, the ledge that I would just do in my 20s, just like, no problem. Like, I used to take that shit for granted. Like, whatever.
Oh, man.
Oh, boy, I could barely get my trucks on there, man. You know, it was rough. My pride was aching that day.
Yo, everything's way bigger. Everything in those videos was way bigger. The Hubba is way fucking bigger. We were talking about.
That shit's gone, man.
Yeah.
It's gone?
Hubba's
that
gone?
whole area, that whole bridge.
They knocked all that shit out. There was a while where it was only Hubba because they had knocked out like the shit around it, but then they knocked out Hubba too. So.
Whoa, damn.
But you could just go to a skate park and skate a Hubba.
Yeah, no, they built them.
That's true.
The thing is they're built nice. They're not like Hubba was like hella steep, short, and like fucking 10 feet tall. And
that's what made Hubba gnarly. It dropped.
Yeah,
Super tall.
That's why we were talking about Poncho Mulder.
Oh, yeah, when he took a chest hit.
Yeah.
And then he flew off that shit. It was like a story and a half for like us.
That fulfilled some real stories there.
Yeah.
But I grew up watching you guys skate, and not only in the videos, but actually like when we would go to SF, you guys were always at the spots. Like if you went to Pier 7 when
we were the lurkers. That's all we did.
Yeah.
Just found one little area and just skated it.
And we would wait. We'd just sit. Like you had to notice there's a bunch of kids that are just like sitting, waiting for y'all to like finish.
Didn't know, I wouldn't expect it like, I would think about it like, oh, they're waiting to skate or whatever, you know. It would be more just like, you know, we were so focused on like getting our shit or doing something, you know. It was just like, get it, whatever. And then, you know, that was my thing when I would be filming. Like filming for these video parts or whatever, I would just be like, I'm just getting one trick and then I'm going home. Like, I'm not even going to skate all day like how I normally would. It was like, get the trick, like hour or 3 hours or 2 days or whatever, and then just go home. Like, I would just be out, like, you know. But like,
it's crazy now, too, the way, like, Instagram has changed skateboarding and getting clips and seeing clips. It's
or just news, period. Just getting news, period. See, back in the day, it was cool without having that so much access to everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
That when you went to that place, you were so blown away on the culture, like the way everything was. Like, when I went to New York and saw how New York skaters skated, it was totally different from San Francisco.
Yeah.
You know, being in San Francisco, I looked at LA skateboarding as the best skateboarders. Like, I thought Los Angeles produced the greatest skateboarders, like trick-wise, style, everything.
Yeah.
San Francisco had their dudes, and everywhere had their dudes, like Chicago, all, of course. But to me, it was like LA is the spot, for that. So then, like, you would see those LA guys would come to Embarcadero or Pier 7 and be doing, you thought you was doing the new shit. They're doing it switch on some newer shit. And you're like, I remember plenty of times hearing and saying the phrase, I got to step my game up.
Yeah.
Or another dude, we're watching a video and he's like, all right, we got to step our game up. Let's go flip out of these fake manuals. We can't just plop out of them no more.
We got to flip out of this fake manual.
We trying to do anything. You got, so it was constantly that. And then that got unfun.
And that has to be so, like,
it got stressful,
intense now with the Instagram shit. It's like what you're seeing is just fucking people throwing themselves off buildings. And
dudes would do tricks that took 2 or 3 days to get the one. They might have 4 of them, but one got a toe drag. You scraped on the manual. Something ain't right. My shirt's dirty. Anything, whatever it is. I don't like the way I landed it. I did it, but I can land it more fluid or something, whatever.
Yeah.
Pet peeve with it. That shit with Instagram now is like you get 12 hours the most on it, and like you put in all this work, and that's why the skate videos died, and that's why back in the day it was so cool because it was like, oh shit, the new Eastern Exposure videos coming out.
411 volume, whatever.
Yeah, and they got a section on with the Chicago dudes. Oh, I'm gonna see what Chicago's talking about. I can't wait.
Yeah, no,
or like,
totally.
I'm in NorCal skating, and I would just watch the Eastern Exposure video and want to emulate that.
Yeah.
And get more motivated on that. Like, and that was my only exposure to the East Coast. Not like every day, like, oh, okay, this fool's wearing a green shirt today.
Yeah.
It was like, no, you just knew what he wore right there in that clip.
Yeah.
Like, it was like, and then it was more, how they say don't meet your heroes kind of thing.
Yeah.
It was more that. These dudes were not accessible. No one was accessible.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And very, like, unless you were one of the people that had the opportunity to travel.
I think music is the same way. I think people really, like...
fuck yeah.
If you weren't able to, like, DM fucking Spice One and be like, I love your music, and he DMs you back like, thanks, dog.
Yeah.
You're like, that ain't just, I thought Spice One would want to kill me, like, shoot me in the face, you know what I'm saying? Like, before I was able to DM him, nice music, good work, bro. And he's like, you too, homie. You know what I mean?
I think also with the, like, amount of time that the shit has, like, I remember these parts that we're going to watch, like, we watched them for years. We didn't just watch them for the week that they came out. We literally watched one until the other one came out, and then we watched the other one.
Not like that anymore.
No, you fucking music. God. Like, you're lucky if you could stay in rotation for 2 weeks because so much shit is dropping all the time. It's boom, boom, boom. Yeah. And you're just trying to stay like, okay, what do I do? Do I drop singles? Do I do EPs?
Okay, and that's where the... you know how the golden era of skateboarding is that era that I was fortunate enough to be in?
Yeah, man.
It starts off where skateboarding was dead, so it had zero money in it. So every and all of us in it that were doing brands to the skaters to everybody was in it for a love, passionate thing.
Yeah.
At that point.
Yep.
So like companies like Real weren't as successful then as they are now.
Yeah.
Skateboarders weren't making the big bucks then as they were. Like Mike Carroll was probably making a lot of money, but was hanging around all the Embarcadero dudes. And I remember all he was doing was putting his money away because it wasn't a money thing.
Yeah.
I remember being with Mike Carroll when he got his fucking first car. And it was way later in life. It wasn't money. It wasn't a driven thing like, I'm going to skate, be successful, have all these followers, have all this money, no, it was like, I'm going to be a good skateboarder and do something. So, and it was like, that was like a lot of influence, major influential time with no motives except skating and not knowing you were doing it.
Yeah.
Those are the greatest ones. I never knew EMB was going to be something legendary. I never knew Pier 7 was going to be like that.
Like the kind of shit that ends up in video games.
I never knew Chocolate was going to be like that, and I never knew that Roller Horror was going to be like that.
Yeah,
you
know doing you at that time and place, doing natural.
I was just
but that's why it became that, because it was so organic and everybody gravitated towards it.
And that's so hard to recreate now because it's just a fucking
it's
flood
oversaturated.
of information. And
I mean, there would be times where I would be watching before the mouse video. You had to, if you wanted to watch Guy Mariano's part, you had to watch a blind video.
Yeah.
There was.
Yeah.
There was a big old space.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And there'd be like that with a bunch of your favorite skaters.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It'd be like a 2-year gap, but
And that's like where the music ties in, because you'll have like an album.
Yeah.
Big
5
old
years.
space, and then the album comes in. This other one comes. And
Especially
then
with
you're
like
oh,
rock
shit.
bands and shit like that. Like even rappers would be like a year between albums, but like fuck, if you're waiting for like a Slayer to drop another album,
new
there's like a
Def
5-year
Leppard.
fucking it's like a 5-year fucking gap with these fools in the studio, and that's you couldn't survive as musicians
Right.
like that nowadays.
But that's what made it fun, and like there was like it was mysterious in a sense, and that's always fun. The mystery, like what is he doing? Like you see footage, and all of a sudden, like I'm wearing jerseys, right? I'm a basketball fan, and I'm from the Bay. So it's like, and I'm a sweaty fucker when I skate. Can I say that?
Yeah. Oh, bro, come on.
Okay,
it's
cool.
fuck,
I was
man.
just making sure.
Yeah.
You're good. You're
So
great.
yeah, so I'm a sweaty fuck. So I'll be wearing a jersey on purpose because I can like breathe. You know what I mean? I'm not sweating through a fucking gray shirt,
Yeah.
with a big V on my
Yeah,
triangle
man.
on my chest.
Yeah.
And so I'm running that, and then next thing you know, I'm filming in it, whatever, and all of a sudden. And I have hella jerseys, like all my favorite players. I'm not, of course I have my Bay pride, but I'll wear like an Iverson jersey because he's Iverson, not because of Philly. Or I'll wear a Toronto Raptors, half man, half amazing because arm in the net, because he's raw. And so I'm wearing the Iverson jersey, the number 3 one, and it just happens to be that day I'm filming for the chocolate video.
Yeah.
That was the jersey of choice.
Yeah.
No one wore like a Duncan jersey or a Mutombo jersey. It was everybody had a number 3 Iverson Philly jersey. That wasn't from Philly. Like I would see that and be like, there you go.
Yeah.
And that's how the skate trends would work back then.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
I remember if you go even further back to like the 90s, like
Totally.
There was
kidding me?
if you skateboarded, you looked a certain fucking way. It wasn't even like you had your hip hop dudes or your hash dudes.
Blockhead video, splendid eye torture. Rick Howard cut his pants, the bottom of his pants. Usually you would get them hemmed or you.
And then everybody cut the bottom of their
cut his pants. Then pretty much in that same time, Blind video came out. They had to cut pants. Guy Mariano and them. Oh, it was a wrap.
Yeah, it was a wrap. Everybody had we all was wearing super wide pants, all frayed at the fucking
I
bottom.
probably cut this much off the pants because it didn't even need it. Just to have the look. I just wanted the frayed look.
Yeah, for real.
So, and that's how the skate trends would happen. And they were rad because
Remember
it was
motherfuckers
like
used to
slow.
stuff their shoes
With another
Double
soul.
toe. Yeah, with
Drake
another
Jones.
soul.
My man Drake
Another
Jones
soul.
was the master of that one, dude.
Yeah.
Drake had that looking good. And Stevie Williams.
Yeah.
Stevie would rock it. I couldn't do
The
that.
double tongue. So I remember I worked at a skate shop from I want to say like the late 90s to like 2006 or something like that. So I was there for when it was just skateboarders coming in the shop to buy skateboard shit, and then all of a sudden everybody wanted the fucking shoes. And I remember the Dave Mayhew 3s came out.
Yeah,
And
the
fucking-
Osiris's?
Yeah,
Fucking
man.
D3s,
and that was
dog.
like that was the shoe that
There's
changed the game.
there's
Who's,
like
the, who's the
urban-
fool that copied the D3s recently? It was Travis Scott with his
Yeah,
shoes?
Oh
something
no
like
shit!
that.
Is it a copy
One
of the
of those
D3?
guys,
It's like-
oh
it's like
come
a
on,
style.
that's so
Yeah.
legendary. Like the fucking big bumps and shit, like
Yeah.
the big elephant fucking shoes, and they started making them in
Elephant.
pink
Yeah,
and
the
white.
elephant,
They
yeah.
started
Oh,
making
yeah.
orange and
Yeah.
They
fucking
made
blue.
snowboard boots.
Yeah,
that,
bro.
That just looked like a high top.
Yeah.
Did not look any
No,
different.
and I remember meeting Mayhew at the shop one day, and he was just like the coolest dude, and he was just like, "Hey man, I had no fucking
Okay.
idea. I just barely picked the shoe." Like and
Urban
it's just-
legend. Urban legend on that story. Supposedly. And don't quote me because that's why I'm saying urban legend.
Yeah.
So there's no hashtag facts on it, but
Yeah.
it might be. Maybe you can chime in and,
Yeah.
and second my emotion.
Fucking
there.
A. That's the beauty of this.
But supposedly this man was late to the pro shoe meeting where everyone was there with a bunch of shoes and said, I want that one, I want that one, I want that one.
He got the last one?
Everyone picked all the shoes. He got there late and had to pick what was left. Like, fuck, I guess I'm taking this
Yeah,
one.
the bottom of the barrel.
And then
that was the
ended
D3.
up picking the golden ticket.
Because if you think about it, it's not a good
Oh.
skate shoe. It's
And
like
it's
a
not
big
like Dave was
crazy.
like. What I love about that dude is it wasn't like he was the top pro.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
He was
He
a
was
random.
just-
The tech dude.
He
He was a
kinda-
great skater if you
Yeah.
knew skateboarding, but he certainly
Exactly.
did not know him outside
Exactly.
of the world of skateboarding.
Real.
He would have been on the Gangstar Foundation, not necessarily Cash Money Records.
Yeah, 100%.
Like he's
Word.
rolling with Big Shug or somebody.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Like for real, like classic legend. But for him, out of all those dudes, to have the top selling shoe and making like
that's nuts.
a lot of money.
And it changed the game. It's for the way people like picked shoes and colorways.
I mean, it's so rad for that to happen to that dude. Because think about that. Like, you didn't do anything except show up late. And go and have like and work a small opportunity that you were probably gonna do if Osiris didn't tell you to come in. You would have still did the same shit the next day with the same amount of passion. So it's like, I love when dudes come up that way. Of course, I love the dirt struggle from roots and that, but like, ain't nothing like a Stevie Williams kind of deal. Like, you know, like, bam, here, take that.
Shit.
You feel me?
Now you're on.
Like, I want to
like
fuck
that.
with you. And Stevie's like, well, let's go. Next thing you know, he's making underwear and for fucking Macy's and shit. I'm like, fuck yeah, that's my guy right there. I remember that dude sleeping in cars in SF.
Word.
You know?
Yeah, I still remember his part in the chocolate video when it came out, and he was relatively unknown at the time. And the, what was it, switch heel, nose manual, hard flip out.
Oh my god.
That video part was supposed to go to Kareem, and he was trying to get on fucking
City Stars?
City Stars.
Word.
He was trying to get on City Stars, hooked up with Lee Smith, who had the tape, who was gonna hook him up with Kareem. And Lee and Mike Carroll are just down homies. They was at Carroll's pad. I think he said, I have the video. Like, I have a video of Stevie. I'm going to give it to Kareem. Mike's like, why don't you play it? And then I think Lee was like, nah, I can't do it. I can't do it. See what I'm saying? I can't, like, I'm relaying the message. I can't open it, you know what I'm saying? They're going to shoot the seagull down. And I was like, no, play it. And I guess Lee played the tape for Mike. VHS, too, I think. Played that shit for him, and that last trick was in there.
The trick is fucking still crazy.
And man, Mike swooped.
Yeah, he's like, nah, we're gonna take this. We're gonna have to.
Mike Carroll, when you be seeing those Mike Carroll power moves, like that shit is 100%.
That's funny.
Mike swooped. Yeah, Mike Carroll was the word.
Yeah.
That girl. I don't know about now, but when I was there, if Mike fucked with you, then you were good money. You're good. If Mike was like, then everyone was, Like people was giving Rick Howard cookies. They didn't know you're supposed to give Mike Carroll the cookies. It's a butter up Carroll, man. You don't butter up Howard. Howard gonna say thanks, man, and be hella cool and not do nothing. Carroll's gonna say, he'll say, yeah. You know, Carroll's the one that probably put Tony Hawk on Lakai. It's like, yeah, fuck it, we'll put Tony Hawk on. Why not?
Yeah, man, that's crazy.
You know what I mean?
So we're like, I was talking, these are the parts that we watched before we went and skated. What was the shit that you were watching before you?
Blind Video, Jason Lee.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, fuck, dude, like so much stuff. G&S videos back in the day.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like my early skate videos. My first video I ever got was Sick Boys.
Okay.
So
what was that? What's that like?
It's a Mac Dog production, and it's basically I think Mac Dog did snowboarding or something like that.
He did. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no. Mac
So
Dog,
he ended up doing a skate video, and it's Mike Archimedes doing the narration over it, and it's all the Bay dudes.
Okay.
But Nodis and like
rad.
Man. Nodis coming to the Bay, hanging out with Mac Dog, Tommy Guerrero, Jim Thiebaud, and I'm just
so sick
behind the scene, just footage. Julian doing like the front board the classic front board Julian does. That footage is in that video.
Yeah, man.
Like concrete.
I had that ragdoll shirt.
Concrete jungle boards and shit, like old Alva Tri-Tail fucking company, like shop. Like I think if my skate history's right, I think Mickey Ray's and Jake Phelps worked at Concrete Jungle.
That's
right.
crazy.
Am I right? Am I right? Am I right? Come on, get in here. Tell me. Am I right?
Man.
Did Jake Phelps and Mickey Ray's work at Concrete Jungle, or am I tripping?
I feel like that's like
because I did smoke hella weed. I can't still do.
I feel like that's the natural like fucking. Everybody started at a skate shop. I can't tell you how many dudes that I worked with at the skate shop that were either pros, managed teams now, filmers, a lot of fucking filmers. Like everybody at the skate shop, you know, you're either like a shithead or you're going somewhere. You know what I mean? But it was like there was a lot of going somewhere there.
Yeah, either you're stepping your game up working at the jewelry store, or like you're in the parking lot. Like I used to work here.
Yeah.
That dude's a dick. He fired me. Why'd he fire you? Because I never came to work.
Because I was drinking on the fucking side.
That's why he's a dick.
Yeah, man.
Because he's doing his job.
Well, let's fucking watch this shit. Let's
go.
go.
We're gonna watch some skate stuff.
We're gonna watch some skate stuff. We're gonna watch you fucking skate, man. Because
Mike, you got
this is my
headphone up.
Oh, do I get to talk shit during?
You definitely do.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, let's just fucking get into it. We're
and fully like let us know if there's any like thing that sparks your fucking memory when you watch it.
Mouse video.
I'll have questions.
Okay, I have a few. I got a few fun things. I believe mouse video is when Ben Sanchez, who's also in the mouse video, was giving me hella shrooms. And I think I filmed a line. I think it was mouse.
Oh, I love fucking hearing that. I love that. Remember that? What's his name? Taz Pappas was on acid and won a fucking contest. He basically said like a whole year of like every contest he was winning, he was just frying balls.
Dude,
and he's skating vert ramps. Dude, you know what I mean?
We were eating them and like, you get all hyper and...
Mushrooms are crazy because there's an amount that makes you a superhuman.
Yeah.
Like, if you just eat a gram, like, you might be the fucking man. And...
okay. Do you remember that scene in one of those Freddy Krueger movies where she's driving and he just stands there and he crashes kind of like a tree?
Yeah.
Just wraps around him. I would be on shrooms skating down the street like...
If you hit me, I'm just going to break through your fucking
Like, if
car.
a bus hits me, that shit's going to split apart. I'm going to be seeing people in the bus like, oh, shit. Y'all okay? I'm going to keep going skating. Like, so
there's like a line and a limit though, because once you go beyond that, like, I could beat anyone's ass right now. I'll fuck you up in a foot race, like all that shit. But then there's a line where you cross that and you're like, oh my god, my body is jello, and you can't do anything anymore. But I've definitely like skated on mushrooms and been like, I'm the fucking best, and then I've been like, oh god, I need to get off my skateboard. You know what I mean? Like,
and that's why you were able to battle on mushrooms.
Yeah.
That was funny. I remember that. I remember that.
Yeah,
see, I'm such a side note. I'm such a battlehead, and another skateboarder that fucking is my man from King of the Ronalds.
Oh yeah, Mickey Worthless.
Mickey Worthless?
Yes, and he was good. Mickey's good. Yeah, there's like old footage of him like doing big tray flips down
skates?
like. Yes, he actually would like rode for a shop in London or something like that. He was like a good skateboarder in the UK.
Look at me.
Why?
Look at that.
Why do we never like know this shit?
Because Mickey's a shithead.
Yeah,
but I've seen him like post
that's
videos of like him in like that like late '90s, early 2000s doing like big tray flips, like not like pussy skating, like that motherfucker was
dope.
Like he skated. So,
damn, that's crazy. Funny. That's fucking insane.
Yeah, that's funny.
All right, let's get into your heart and mouse. Do you want to like preface this with anything?
Yo, this is so Spike Jonze did these videos.
Yeah, the skits.
Yeah, right. Okay, so like, and like just like probably like
Spike
the overall
did the
like
skits.
aesthetic.
I don't know who did this little the intro. I don't know who did the intro, but what was cool about doing these was we got to sit in the editing.
Yeah. Oh, cool.
You know,
cool.
I like to do that when I would go to LA, being a Bay dude. I would, I know big whales, so I was with Costin, and I got to sit in, and I know Carol and Howard, so I got to sit in, and I was interested in that stuff, and just sat there and watched the editing.
Yeah.
And my man Eris from the Bay Area gave me a tape. He was a DJ, one of those DJs that I was telling you about. And he had all the breaks before that was cool.
Yeah.
Like when everyone said, oh, here's the Gangstar song album. And all the DJs got mad at that shit. Remember that? Back in the day? Well, he was doing that before. He knew he was like just a real DJ. So he gave me all this music. So I went down, gave him the music, and that's why the mouse video has soul, because that's some Oakland funk in there. Straight up, like, they had some crazy shit.
Yeah, the music, the vibe for these videos.
Guy Mariano had a fucking Megadeth song. And then I was like, want to hear this Herbie Hancock song that my friend gave me?
That's fucking incredible.
Like, listen to this. What is it, Rocket? No, it's, this is Watermelon Man thing here. I don't know. Classic album.
Yeah,
right? Classic video part with that song. So.
And then we're running around with like weird ass shit on our mixtapes. Like it'll go from like some like Hyro into fucking Blondie. Or like it's just like weird shit. Like just because all we did was just go like, I'll grab that song and that song and that song and put them on a tape.
Oh, so the mouse video, okay, music. So check this out. So FSC is this graffiti crew from the Bay Area. Anybody that knows, Bay Area graffiti in the 90s, FSC is the shit. That's one of those, they're just crushing it.
Yeah.
And they would rhyme, and they're all like white dudes, you feel me? And Ron Allen got down with them.
Oh, okay.
So Ron Allen, the OG skater from Oakland, and these dudes.
Yeah.
There was my man, Giggs, Knack One, Rackus. He was the DJ, and Ron was Intelligence. And they fucking ended up. They would always make music and shit. And that would be where I'd go kick it after I skated.
Yeah.
I wouldn't kick it with skaters. I'd go kick it with the hip hop heads and smoke hella weed and chill with them. Listen to them practice, and it was way cooler. It was a cooler.
That's why
vibe.
you always had the cool songs in your.
Yeah, that's why I always knew what was up with music. So I was always around it, and then, these dudes ended up. I told them like, yo, I'm having a fucking video part. I'm about to use the Bob James shit everybody sampled. You know what I mean? The shit. And I think it was like right when Ghostface came out with the Daytona song. Mm-hmm. So I was like, I'm going to use the sample song, the Bob James shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then they were like, nah, dude, let me make you a song. We'll make you a song. And I was like, all right. Kind of didn't think too much of it.
Yeah.
They gave me a fucking DAT. That's why it sounds that way. They gave me a fucking DAT tape. So when I gave it to those dudes, they're like, I don't know what do we do with this? The machine to put this in. What is this, 70s shit? I'm like, I don't do music. This is a DAT tape. You need to figure it out. And they did, and there you go. And so, And so Richard Mulder, who saw my part edited to the James shit, said, can I get that song? And I said, yeah. So that's why Richard Mulder has that song in his part.
Oh, wow. That's
so he has the Nautilus shit.
Damn. Yeah. So that's nuts.
Yeah, it's a trip, huh?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Right. Just how music, just the music.
Yeah, and that's so cool because that's some shit.
I mean, that's dope. Music is like one of the biggest parts
So that's
of
what this
videos,
song is.
100%.
And every skateboarder in the world's like, I want this song. I can't. The only copies on this. You got to hear me skating to it. I'm on this track. Son.
I'm on this track. Yes.
You hear like grinds and shit.
Totally.
That's my tale right there. Yeah.
But yeah, Mike York Mouse, 96, I guess is the year it dropped. This is one of the most infamous skate videos of all fucking time. Girl skateboards, and yeah, it's legendary. So let's fucking get into it.
Yeah. Yeah, and this was like the first cool artsy shit that motherfuckers are doing in videos.
They probably muted the fucking music, or is it? Can you guys hear it?
No, I can hear it.
Okay, it's probably hella low because it's a DAT.
Yeah, true.
Yo,
I was talking hella shit because I scraped my foot. That place.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. But it did smell like urine.
Yeah, no, for sure, right?
Human urine.
And it was like wild dangerous too in like certain like corners. Like you'd be skating and then you go off the wrong way to like maybe go take a piss yourself, and you'd be like, oh shit. There's some gang shit happening back here.
I pretend I had 6 of my gnarliest friends with me every time I skated there. I had the meanest mug. I'd be terrified on the inside, but look savage on the outside.
Yeah, this is a place I only went once, and again, ledges look a lot fucking smaller than they. It's because everything was filmed with the fucking fish islands back in the day.
How tall are they? They're like almost
just
knee high.
bigger than you fucking think. You know what I mean? When
they do.
When
I would never think
they
they were
look
tall.
like they're fucking like curb high almost, and then you get there and they're like up, knee high.
Yeah.
Hey, those were special ledges because they would tag them so much that the paint would keep it
slick. Yeah.
That's crazy. Dope. I never thought about that.
It was really dope.
Wild.
Like it wasn't. This era wasn't like, oh, I have a bar of wax in my bag. No, you didn't have that. That's why you could hear everyone's trucks grinding, and we're grinding, not truck sliding. There's a big difference.
Shit went down there.
All right, go for it.
Watch, listen.
Bang, baby. The switch crookies.
Whoa, going for real. There's no other way to deal. Appeal only to those deep with words that
had the light blue dad pants. Watch right here, look, bam.
Yeah, boy.
Way before, look, with the like, boots.
Yeah, dude, that was the super like booty era of fucking all the skate shoes for
sure.
sure.
The marina, we were just.
You either like people either wanted to do one of two things. You either wanted to feel your fucking board or not feel your fucking board. At all,
Dude,
right?
it was.
So you had like the big puffy joints, or you had like the fucking slip on.
And we were so fucked up. We were probably better than we were because we wore the worst shit.
Yeah, no,
ever
if you were scared,
just to look tight.
If you had like the Nikes that they do now, where they're all like shock absorbent and like perfect, you'd be like maybe a little bit fucking better.
Sometimes I watch these clips and go, "Damn, dude, you know I had those big ass shoes on."
And you pulled it off too.
Yeah, like I could have been one of these fucking shitheads.
That was my homegirl right there.
Okay, I was gonna ask if that was just a pedestrian.
Yes,
you know?
and I told her, I said, "Is it okay if I film you right here?" She said, "Yeah."
Okay,
Instead
cool.
of asking her to move, I asked her,
You're
"Is
just
it all
cool
right
if
if
we
I
film?
record you?" She said, "I don't care."
All right.
All right, watch.
Tradition of hip-hop addiction, vocal friction, always spoken intelligence, scintillating in our diction. I construct sentences into rhythmic diagrams. No nonsense, my response is projected from the diaphragm. Rhymes and ride rhythms and my skill will connect.
Oh, that day's funny.
That's still fucking nuts.
Hey, the switch flip 5-0 is a funny day.
I reconstruct sentences into rhythmic diagrams. No nonsense, my response is projected from the diaphragm. Rhymes and ride rhythms and my skill.
That's still fucking
Okay,
crazy, man.
the reason I landed that one was like desperation because I was there. We were all sessioning that bench. Like you'll see that spot.
Oh
every
yeah,
spot.
that was like a very like fuck. Probably even that day, a bunch of footage got
Yeah, it
fucking
was,
shot.
and I was with like the guys, so I'm like, fuck, I gotta step it up. You know what I mean?
Where
like,
is this at? This is where like all the-
7th Street.
Okay.
It's in. I don't think Torrance. But
Is this
it's
the one that's
somewhere-
kind of in the hood where like all the Menace videos would be?
Nah, that's Lockwood.
Oh, Lockwood. Okay. Because
Yeah.
there's two places that had like those
I
benches.
accidentally wore a red hat in Lockwood story, but you guys can pretty much figure
No
that out.
nonsense, my response is projected from the diaphragm. Rhymes and ride rhythms and my skill will connect.
Hey, but real
The
quick.
ritual process-
So, we're all skating. I'm trying that trick. I'm being nonchalant with it, getting into it, whatever.
Yeah.
No one's there in our session. All of a sudden, fucking Ed Templeton, Jeff Rowley, fucking all these dudes start hopping the fence. I'm like, oh, fuck no. I'm like, you recording? Go. That's why I land and my arm is like, because I was trying to be super
right
perfect.
then.
I just said, fuck that. I said,
Rhymes and
I
ride
gotta
rhythms
make it
and my
watch.
skill will connect it. The raps will process data within
I
a
was like, fuck that. I need to land because these dudes, and they were already champions.
Oh,
It was
yeah,
already.
yeah,
I was like, oh, I'm B team. These dudes, these dudes are gonna stand in front of me and shit and go like.
I definitely remember when like Rowley and those dudes came in that like the skateboarding game had changed to like a bigger and fucking scarier thing.
You know what's actually funny is I watched. Isn't it like it's pronounced weird? It's pronounced Rowley.
Rowley, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know that until I watched this.
Someone
9
told me
Club.
it's G off too, and I said, "Are you sure?
Jeff.
dude?
It's Jeff.
It can't be
Whatever.
G
I
off
read
the
that in, like, some
rally."
thrash
It can't be
Yeah.
G off from
But
Rowley.
he said something about 5-0s, which you actually did.
ride rhythms and my
You
skill will
balanced
connect.
that
Yeah.
the whole time. And he
The
was
whole
like,
time.
He in his 9 Club interview, he's like, I don't count a 5-0 unless it balances the whole time.
Oh, fuck you. All I did was crooked 5-0s where I could like lay back on
yeah,
the
that's
fucking
that's
thing
what
and
he's
go to
saying. He's
sleep,
like,
you know
that's
what I mean?
lazy.
Hey,
Whatever,
it's funny.
bitch.
Tell his
your
ass
British
to
ass.
chalk up one for
Take
the
that
old
shit.
Yorkshire.
Yeah.
Tell
Yo,
his
but-
ass I'm good.
Man, that shit, that was
Yeah,
like,
that was
it's like a
steezy.
fucking manual, you
Yeah,
know what I mean?
word,
But you're
that was
grinding at
awesome.
the same time.
The raps will process data within a million.
That trick was funny because it was like I knew I needed to keep my weight like by the fence in order to do it, but then you have a hang up on the bank. The bank was so steep, you would come off the ledge,
Yeah.
perfect, and
What?
just eat
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
And then it was so steep, you would fall to the bottom. So it was like, Costin took a slam, and boy.
Yeah, you guys made that like bank to the ledge or the bench look really easy.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
this place, like that thing, that looked really easy. Nollie back when I watched that. That is sandpaper. You,
For real.
you ever scrape yourself and
Oh,
it's
Yeah,
white?
falling on that,
Yeah.
or even
White.
just rolling on it would be
Yeah,
hard.
to the meat on that
Yeah,
shit, yeah.
white.
Headstrong, get your head
It's
out
like
the bar.
strips of
Run
fucking
laws,
cement.
catalog on analog. High impact days, past the contact.
Yeah, I don't not a banister guy.
Banisters.
I don't do banisters. That was a strictly work day.
Controlling dialect with know-how.
Oh, that's
You may not know that. I flow styles from every degree.
Hey, Bob. This line was right before the Bong Olympics that Big Brother did in.
Oh, no shit.
I don't know.
I remember
when,
that shit. I remember that shit.
If that would have got raided, we was all going down.
Oh,
It was not. Weed was not legal.
I used
They
to trip off the
rented-
Big Brother ship. It was so illegal all the time.
They rented a warehouse, catered it with fucking Subway, and had fucking bitches walking around with trays of bong hits and fucking glass bongs, graphics.
Yeah.
Graphics sponsored it. I think they were but it was graphic. Here, would you like some bong hits? Want some joints? I'm just like, yeah. Just like, are you kidding me? They had a Bong Olympics.
So that line was the same day.
So the Bong Olympics, we were like, oh, we're gonna skate in this area in Santa Monica. So that's down on Lincoln and some school.
Okay.
And I guess Bong Olympics was close. And so they were like, oh, we'll just go skate there. Da, da, da. No one was into skating.
Yeah.
Costin was taking us. He never smoked weed.
Yeah.
So, but all the rest of us did.
Yeah.
So he's like, I'm just going to go for the sake of going because
Yeah.
it's Bong fucking Olympics, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm like, no shit, this is amazing. I'm getting a line before I go.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
that was this line. And I remember,
Dope.
I remember being so psyched because after I do the fakie flip, I remember trying to feeble grind like the little bar on there's like a bike rack, and then just being like, all right, let's go to the Bong Olympics. Like this
You may not know that. I flow styles from every degree. Angle and profile. Get it straight, meditate. This arithmetic is deliberate. A steady pace I dedicate to educate as I deliver.
Switch Mongo.
Flow in the field. Flow in the field. Rapping, I'm taking it. Professor of linguistics, Dr. Gigster, spoken lyrics. My duty is a studious exercise and
That right there, bro.
Yeah,
Okay,
those tray
let me
flips
tell
are
you
like
something.
fucking picture
That's
perfect,
the shit
yeah.
right there that we used to fucking geek about, like, and then be trying
Yeah.
all day. And I
Yeah.
can fucking, I swear for the life of me, even to this day, like, I always land like hang 10 or like on the back.
I was
But this
never
fool,
able to do
like,
this.
that tray flip right there was specifically one that would fuck with us because it was just so fucking
Man.
wah, wah,
Yeah.
wah, wah. Like, your
Yep.
feet come apart like that and then
Yep.
they come back together.
Yep.
It's just fucking perfect.
That,
Yeah, I
that
appreciate
line
it.
in general.
I don't even know why. Like to this day, I don't understand why people trip on my switch or my tray flip because I don't never do it down anything. I've done it down like one thing in footage, like
It's
probably
just
back
like
in the day,
a
but
fucking steezy.
it's just
like,
nice that people like it, you
it's
know?
there's so many. There's cool ways to do a tray flip, and I think like what's cool about the way that you do a tray flip is your back foot goes out instead of your front foot. A lot of people do like the jump kick fucking tray flip, and your front when you watch him is like goes whoof like that, like both legs come out. It's fucking crazy.
Jamonte kind of put me onto that. He would do that, and I would be asking him, you know, little kid, like, why do you do your leg? And he's like, well, if you spread your legs out, you don't have to jump as high.
I was always told just kick my front leg out and it'll stay in front of me. You know what I mean? Because I always have the problem of like
Because he
goes
told
behind
me,
you or
Yeah.
because he was telling me, like, you know, and another thing with that back leg thing, you got to almost step forward.
okay.
There's a
Yeah,
step forward
yeah,
thing
yeah.
to it too.
It's
I
like
think
a way
lot
to
of-
learn
I
to
think a
do
lot
it.
of people don't do that with their tray flips. Is like you flip it in front of you, but you also use that and step forward.
For momentum.
You know what I mean? And
Interesting.
that's what, you know, because I guarantee if I stand, you know, the standstill challenge, I would be
Yeah.
hang 10 if I
Yeah.
But if I'm rolling, I'll
then
do
you
it.
get into
Oh,
momentum
you
that
feel
pushes
me?
you forward.
Interesting.
I'll tell you what, nowadays, like that shit is so cool that you'll see full Instagram videos that are just
I know,
kids
that was
doing
really
just
nice.
that like nice tray flip.
I know,
You know what
man.
I
My
mean?
man, I think Memory Screen did that, and then Paul Shire, my homie at Adidas, posted. I said, man, that's thank you.
Fuck yeah.
I mean, the whole line is easy too. Like the
Professor
nollie
of
kick.
linguistics, Dr.
Oh, so big.
My duty is studious exercise and esoteric battle. They take tacky, barbaric, aesthetic, plastic. I explore uncharted regions never discovered by predecessors.
Yeah, never-
Commentary reaches past your
Driving
common temperature.
God, I miss my jeans.
Life alters respect. Acquisitive new prospects, vernacular.
I was gonna ask you, what shoe sponsor did you have at the time? What shoes are these?
S was
I explore uncharted regions
Don
never discovered by
Brown.
predecessors.
Don Brown is the
Comment-
man. Don Brown is always
That colorway, the
supported
white.
me.
laces with black suede, like simple shoes.
I remember that
remind me
shoe
of this
too. It just
era.
had the one ES on the fucking back of it right there. That was a great fucking shoe.
Reaches past your common territory. The
I worked in a skate shop. We had
life always respected.
I would just take
process vernacularly effective. Refinement of contents, the daily design. Keeping knowledge of
Let's go, baby boy. Muscles.
Oh yeah.
The rest
I had a condom on.
For the there you go again, dude.
That was crazy.
There you go again.
That was almost popped higher too.
Yeah. I had to try harder to switch.
But you still do the bet. You still do the same
I'm in a
back
goddamn.
thing.
Hey, I'm in a goddamn video with Guy Mariano come out with his newest part. I was like, shit, I gotta go switch.
Positive destiny
And the spot was
when I'm
good.
conceiving it's songs like this that I'm achieving for those who need to come to this realization. This is a musical vocation, not a whimsical
This could have been.
recreation.
Oh, this is my man Eris. Right here. Boom, pause it. R.I.P. to my man Syra, one FSC crew king. That's King Syra right there. That's
Doing the nose grind.
Yeah, doing the note. I put him in my part.
That's dope.
That's the DJ homie that gave me the music. That guy's in my part who gave me.
That's so fucking
tight.
sick. I thought that was you.
Nah,
Yeah, I thought it was you too.
I should take credit for that beautiful switchback on
That's
the
so
table
sick.
in '90-something. But
Oh,
that's my man.
wow.
That's a DJ. Look how ill.
Recreation, our choice of challenging
Watch this.
vocabulary is full of clarity. My confidence is derived
Oh,
from
that's
genuine
sick.
technology.
No, you can tell it's not you when you look at it
Yeah,
now.
I
Hella.
put him in there for sure.
Thoughts are zen with the break.
Yeah, I know.
When I meditate,
He
bread
popped
is
out like a
flirt.
flip.
It's never one. Something special.
Those things are
always
fucking
served
big,
on time.
dude. The
Yeah.
big side of these ledges is big.
I remember when I first went there, I just went there to look at it. I was like, how does anybody do tricks up?
I just had in my head all the tricks I was gonna do on it, and then I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, we're doing some nose slides. And
Hey,
you know what I mean? Like, fuck.
That
ollie
is
up
the
it.
best. That's the best thing about San Francisco, is it never gets like the credit it deserves on film.
Yeah.
Like people watch Frank bomb that hill and go, man, I could do that.
Dude,
No,
I
fuck
fucking
no.
Do you know what I'm
Oh
saying?
my God.
At home,
Yeah.
they're
No.
looking at that like,
No.
I could probably do
And
that.
That's
You
like
will die.
the GX 1000 shit. That's like even that kind of captures how gnarly it is, but it's seriously fucking frightening.
Yeah, man.
It
I
is
remember
ridiculous.
what fucking Dennis fucking
Boozniks, baby.
Boozniks.
Are you kidding me?
That
That's the
motherfucker
guy.
he would do these crazy lines and like the tricks were crazy, but the whole time it was just this like speed and fear factor
Yeah.
involved of just like if you hang up right there, you're fucking dead.
Yeah.
You're rolling in the fucking
Tell
street.
me about it.
Yeah.
I'm being
Frisco's way
special
nicer looking.
always served on time.
All the spots had
Deadline.
cracks,
Speaking live from the
higher
line.
rates.
Cause we're knowing the deal.
Like the metal one's cool, but the other one's hard to grind.
And speaking with intellect, I'm knowing the deal.
And these blocks are
Controlling
huge,
the
too.
dialect, flowing for real. And speaking
ones
with
with the
intellect.
thing on the
Damn,
top of them.
that's so crazy how you pop out of that. Like it's like literally like you're like ollie
Yeah,
out.
you gotta put your little brain
Controlling
on
the
it.
dialect, flowing for real. And speaking with intellect, knowing the deal. Controlling the dialect, flowing for real.
I love that
Speaking
aspect
with
of skipping
intellect.
never gets old.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just like those little nuances of this shit. Just like watching you do a tray flip. It's like I can watch that shit all day. I can watch Jason Lee do backside flips.
This is all freestyle line right here. This is bird bars. I was just
Oh, this is bird bars.
yeah, I didn't know what I was doing.
Oh, I love that.
I was like, fuck it.
Oh, what's that?
We were trying to fucking find this spot.
What
This
is
the
it?
spot we were trying
What is
to
it
find.
called again?
Fort Miley.
Fort Myer. Yeah.
Fort
Miley.
Fort Miley. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was one of the spots that like you'd go because you
That was me thinking I was Guy Mariano.
Bro,
I
that
can't
shit
even
is so
front.
hard to skate.
That's
like,
all I thought of was Guy.
you go there, you go to like the China Banks, you go to these places you see on video, and then you're like, oh, I'm not doing fucking anything here.
Yeah.
It's just it's
Well,
like
you can't. It's
no,
insane.
it's not a bank. It's like a fucking
and also
wall.
this rail is in the middle of another rail. On
Yeah,
top.
and it's on top of a fucking like building too.
yeah,
so
yeah.
it's
There's
not-
a fucking huge.
Yeah, your
drop.
board flies off of the other side. And
Yeah,
fucking super
it's not
fun.
easy to skate at all. So
No.
people that even skate the middle of this rail is fucking insane. And doing a crook 180 out is crazy.
banked in and out.
It's fucking insane.
Yeah, I had to like figure out to ride up it. Like, see how I rode at an angle?
Yeah.
That was the only way to make the bank
Yeah, you
like
come straight
long
up that
to
thing,
work.
you're gonna fucking
Yeah.
hit your
Right,
nose on
and your
it.
bank's too
Yeah.
short, so I had to use
That
it.
was fucking insane.
Yeah, I was pretty stoked, even though I have my cool guy face.
You always cool guy face.
I would
Yeah.
I'd look, and then they'd say, Camera's turned off. And I was a Chris Webber fan, so remember he used to jam and just mean mug.
Yeah.
So I used to land tricks and just.
Yeah, for sure. My favorite skater when I was a kid was Tim Brosh, and that motherfucker had zero expression on his face at all times. He would just look like he's just chilling, and he'd be doing the craziest shit.
I remember him. He was one of those dudes that would be like, "Oh, what's up, York?" And I'd be like, "What? He knows who I am."
Yeah,
like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
and he was the coolest motherfucker in the world too.
Yeah, he was.
Like anybody, he knew everyone everywhere.
Him and Jason.
And everyone liked him. Like no matter where he went, everybody liked him.
And Solomon. That's how I knew him, because of Real back in the day.
Yeah. ST.
Real and Think, and then you had those two coming all the time. Jason Adams and Solomon coming to the city. So then all the dudes would come.
You guys, there was a crazy ramp out here that I got to skate one time in the city that was like a really long or really wide mini ramp that was in a fucking...
It was in like a super duper...
warehouse.
Studio 43 probably.
Maybe.
Was it in Hunters Point?
Yeah, for sure. And it was a long ass mini ramp, and
then
it
in Hunters Point.
Yeah, and it was like a fucking
Yeah, because Hunters Point's gnarly if it ain't.
Yeah. When I first moved to the
go
city,
there,
all I heard was about how
go to Hunters Point, go eat brunch on 3rd Street.
Dude,
what's Hunters Point like now?
I don't know.
It's pretty chill.
People eat brunch on 3rd Street.
Because my studio is literally right fucking there. My studio's right there.
Really? You're really close?
Yes. Like, it's, you know where the light is when my secret studio is right here? The light that you would go left to go to the freeway. If you go right, you're at 3rd and Army. It's really right there.
I'm going to tell you, I'm going to say like 94-ish. We would have to take the 3rd Street bus to Deluxe. Right where TikTok was, the hamburger spot right there. Man, that was the scariest, dumbest shit I ever did for a free board. I was like, fuck, y'all can't just meet me at a...
No, I remember Deluxe was in the hood.
And you had to go to the hood, and being a little kid, it was worse than being... See, if you're older, you could kind of like, get it. But a little kid, and then I'm getting out of school, they're getting out of school, everybody's out of school. I'm like, oh, great. I remember bringing a duffel bag and filling the shit with a duffel bag instead of having a box on the bus. Thinking it was safer. It was.
No, but
what's in the box?
We used to skate hella hoodish places for sure. Even 3rd and Army is right there, right next to fucking Hunters
It's not that bad. 3rd and Army isn't that bad, like as far as traffic, but like where we were, it was like you lived right there. Coog Nut probably lived right there. You feel me? And like,
it's like where
it was gnarly.
Was that Club 6 that was right? It was in the Tenderloin.
No, this is HP. This is like.
No, I just mean like in the fucking shits. Like
I
we used to do
remember
this club that was
skating
in the fucking shits, and you'd see all the fucking fools like stumbling across the street. And you're like, I was
skating Ken Godo and Jabari Pendleton's mini ramp, and they had a place in HP, and I had a fucking 96 DeVille at the time, like a fucking big ass fucking Batmobile.
Sick.
Feel me? With the bench seats and shit and digital dash. Bad coolant. I'm rolling that shit. I just get pulled over by the ghost, like a Prius or something with lights. Like, what are you doing here? And I'm like, I'm coming back from skating. And I'm all sweaty.
Yeah. They're like, oh, you picking up, huh?
They like, oh, hell no. Who's this crackhead ass Yorkatron?
Oh, no, you skateboarding out here for sure?
On like 42nd. I don't know what fucking street I was on. Something crazy. And I'm like, no, just skateboarding. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, even like the time I've lived away from the city, it's like changed so much. I go back there and visit you. It's like we're going to like all these like really nice brunch spots like up the block from you. I'm like, wow, it's so different here.
Shit getting valeted and stuff.
Well, I mean, LA too, right? I mean, like a lot of places.
I think it's just more like noticeable in the city because it's like so much smaller.
Yeah, for sure.
And like I was trying to like take Ben and Clayton to like, this is like where I used to like, this is where my first job was, and it's like super nice now. It's like, whoa. And I remember used to kind of being afraid at night there, and now it's just like,
yeah, even East Palo Alto has like been pushed back.
You mean Palo Alto? Hell yeah, East EPA. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
That's some of my. Hey, there's a Totally Insane. I was a Totally Insane fan.
Oh, for sure, man.
I listened to all that shit.
All
in
that
the
shit.
back street.
Yeah,
Right?
oh, dude.
Come on, son.
So good.
The original Mac 10.
Yeah, bro. We used to have
$10.
We made 3 Times Crazy, Totally Insane, fucking who else? Cougnut for sure. Like that was all like the
IMP
fucking
all day.
yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Good shit.
Boost late's tight, don't even trip. Shit,
yeah.
we knocked that shit. Hell yeah. all
Since
that.
we were talking about Third and Army, we can watch your part from Yeah Right. There's a lot of Third and Army in that
Yeah,
part.
well, because the spots changed, right? Third and Army didn't even exist when you guys were doing
No,
this.
not at all.
They built it, and
Not
then
at
it was,
all.
and once they built it, we started skating it.
It's so weird.
And
because
it was
it's
so
like
cool because it was so it was in the corner of the city. It was such
nobody
it's
bothered you.
Yeah,
It's a fucking I think the city was like, thank God it's skateboarding.
yeah.
For
Because
real.
it could be every and all shit.
Yeah.
You
Which
could've
was
been-
right. It was like a block or 2 outside of Hunters
People
Point.
died there. Like, I fucking would go to skate. It'd be like
Takes off.
firemen and shit. Fools just blowing up in their tents
Yeah.
on the corner right there and
damn.
shit. Yeah, I was like, fuck, this place is haunted now. Shit.
And it became like it's a haunted place. It became like a famous skate spot. So legit, like mostly skateboarders there all the time.
Yeah.
You go there and it would always be someone sessioning there. Like
Yup.
I never went there to skate as a kid and there was no one there. It was always like, and not even like no one there. There'd be motherfuckers filming there. There'd be
Dude,
like,
Yeah.
camping out there.
Yeah.
People, you would think that tent is bums.
no,
And then
it's
it's
like
fucking,
fools that came from Oregon
yeah,
to come
you
fucking
smell
skate
weed
and shit.
coming out, and they're rolling a backwood and fucking smoking weed and coming out trying to
Yeah.
film. I'm like, you've been charging your camera in there?
Yeah.
Damn. So Yeah Right. This is again another like infamous skate video. One of
Okay,
the most famous
story
skate videos of
behind
all
this
time.
street thing is my board went in the street,
Yeah.
so I had to go get it. And then,
Oh, that's why you were coming
and
back.
yeah, that's why I'm in the street. And then of course,
Some
you
dick,
know,
some dick, some
someone had to
impatient
honk
asshole.
at me, so I had to pull the.
I pretend like they didn't exist
Yeah.
thing.
And then I bailed it. It was like,
And just stand there.
I love that part because you like went down to grab it and then come up really slow. Looking all the way.
what is that noise? What is this honk?
Classic.
Something in my ear. Man, Ty Evans too is editing. He like
Yeah.
speed ramps the honk.
Yeah, it's
So
good.
fucking rad, man.
And this song is
Yeah,
shit,
this song was tight. I mean, this is shit I listened to, so I was like, easy.
What?
Yes. That was old.
No. So what?
This is the first
Okay,
song.
explain that to me. Explain that to me.
Crazy.
Because I remember always thinking like,
I'm riding the Everslick
this
though.
fucking this shot right here is older than the whole last video.
Yeah, I got MBDs when I was like 16 years old.
And this is
Embarcadero.
EMB.
Yeah.
It's like bare. It's a square still. It's not rounded off.
It's kind of like, I was trying to be like, see, I used to be good.
That's crazy. Because I always wondered why, like, this one trick was from clearly before '96 when the last part was.
I
This
think
is 2003.
Socrates, I think the homie Socrates from World Industries, because I was riding a Javante Turner Everslick board, the one with like what is it? It's like a dude in a fucking, it's a black dude, slave. Remember how they had all those controversial graphics?
Yeah,
So it's
yeah.
Javante, who's a black guy. Then it's a black dude in a fucking watermelon field dreaming of a fried chicken piece.
Holy fucking.
Very racist shit.
Oh, bro, like skateboards just.
But
be
I'm
gnarly.
not bullshitting. Google it. Javante
Yeah.
Turner.
Yeah.
You'll see that. They had a Javante Turner at night board, and it was just eyes and a smile on a black board. I remember.
Motherfuckers,
I
bro.
remember. I'm from Oakland, like getting those boards and going, I'm gonna have to paint this.
Just get a big old sticker.
I don't think this is gonna fly on the BART.
I remember there being.
rolling,
I remember there being titties on boards all the time.
Titties wasn't bad, but like they went racist. Like Chico had a board, and it was a little Paisa dude selling oranges.
Yeah.
They was really
No,
pushing
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
race. They was hating on the race thing. If there was a girl skater, she would have been eating a dick for sure. You feel me? Like they was on it.
For real, man. Famous spot, EMB. This like possibly.
And this is what you're doing
spots.
too. Is like such a like fucking early '90s trick too. Like which is like my favorite shit.
Grinds.
Grind grinds, baby. I love that shit.
Yeah.
People are starting to do that again now.
I
Which I
seen a dude do that trick, and like fools were like, "Oh my god!" And I'm just like,
homie, go back and watch any video from fucking '92.
I'm like,
that's what it was.
Yeah.
Wow,
We were
those
all
guys
doing
switch all
that
the way to a
stuff.
Switch 5.0. Fucking.
How engraved with the EMB scene were you when you were coming up? Did you skate there a lot with?
Oh
Like,
yeah,
Mike
I'm an EMB head.
Word?
He was there like before.
I was there.
Carol.
So like, just to give everybody in here that doesn't know anything about this
I
spot,
was-
this is like the most legendary
It's
San Francisco spot.
Embarcadero, Justin Herman Plaza. It was a bunch of ledges and shit. It was at the port of San Francisco at the end of Market Street.
This was our Brooklyn Banks. This was our Venice Blocks.
And this also
was
birthed a ton of style,
like,
like
yeah.
skateboarding.
I mean, that was every great skateboarder has been there.
I would say
like,
that, yeah,
period.
for sure.
Yeah.
Period.
Yep.
Like even the new FA dudes are going to Embarcadero to film.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, the new rippers are going back. I just watched Instagram today with the one homie. Trey flipped the stairs and kept going.
Yeah.
I'm like, look, he's skating.
Yeah, that's
still.
dope.
Yeah,
That's
man.
dope.
Chico's been fucking skating there again
Oh,
too.
shit.
Like doing the same old shit he was doing
That's
from back then.
crazy,
So
man.
you know,
That's tight.
Yeah.
But this trick is so fucking sick.
thank you. And then this is my height. Don't get me in another country.
Yeah, where was this?
That's Italy.
Italy?
And they was fucking with me in Italy. I did this line first try. That's why I throw the shockers at the end. That's why I'm not sweaty either.
Ooh!
I didn't know what to do, so I did that.
You did a
I
straight
didn't know.
nollie.
I
We were
didn't
talking
know.
about that shit too. We were talking
had
about
no
that shit
idea.
too. This one just did a nollie right now, just a bah.
I had no idea what to do.
I mean, it's better than just riding off.
I'm
it.
gonna-
No, it's so sick. It's so sick. It's like the perfect nollie. It's just
Yeah.
hella funny to
Yeah,
just be like,
that's
bah,
dope.
just do a
That's
nollie
dope.
real fast.
Because I'm watching Stevie switch tray flip it. So I'm like, well, my tray flip ain't gonna. Well, if I kick flip up the curve first, maybe it'll be a little line,
fast line.
And I had no idea what to do, and I didn't think I'd land it. To be honest, like, you know what's so crazy is like, I will be outer body experience because I'm like, I don't know if you got you just did this shit. That's what I said on the nollie.
Yeah,
It wasn't. I didn't come off the nollie like grabbing my nuts like that's right. It was more like you knocked him out with the left.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The kick got him.
Look
You know what I mean? That
Look
was
at those fucking shoes too. What are
Oh,
you wearing?
thank you. Day one song
Yeah,
part
the
two.
day ones, dude.
TVS's.
Yeah, that's like 7 shoe companies in one in the left foot.
First try. That's how it's at.
Canada. This is Canada. See,
Which city? Do you know?
Vancouver.
Oh
Vancouver,
yeah,
Van.
And those shoes
What's
were
up,
huge
Pigsty?
too.
This is in your town, dog.
Okay, hey, that took me so long to land the manual kickflip and the nollie flip. Thank goodness, first try. So the line, this took a while,
But then you landed the other thing first try.
and then I said, "Thank God I did. I'm finally here."
Dude, you popped that so high. Too.
Yeah, I always pop the nollie flip.
Nollie flip was my stairs trick.
Stairs in an army. Let's go.
There's that fucking tray flip.
This is right before I blew my knee up. Something treacherous.
Woo! I don't remember that fucking bank up thing at fucking
Okay,
Third
what's
and Army.
fucked up is it's in the ground, and they have something that opens up in the middle of the cement. Fucking goes up, and you
Oh!
go down.
You just put
in
something in
third-
between.
Oh, you
something-
propped it up.
Yeah.
Someone did.
Yeah, I get it.
So I was like,
I
what
know
the
what
fuck is
grates you're
that?
talking about. I just never seen like a
Me
fucking
neither.
bank
so,
in there.
So I was like, what the fuck is
What
that?
is this?
It
That's
was
just a-
there.
It's
It's
an
just-
electrical box?
Yeah,
No, not
it's
even.
one of those
It's like
boxes.
a newspaper.
Yeah, exactly.
You
You
can
get
get
like
your,
newspapers out
you
of
know, you can pour it out.
A manual to
whatever.
a front nose. That's
Yeah.
great. You also always had good front nose slides, I remember, because you would tweak them out with your back foot too, you know, where it's like your back foot wasn't really like on the board, but it's like pushing it aside.
On the side, yeah. You know what's crazy? I used to fucking hate that.
Why?
Because I thought my foot wasn't
That
on
was
the,
ugly?
I thought it was like I thought I was faking it or something because I wasn't on it.
That's so funny.
Oh, what? Because your foot was up on the back, like.
Yeah, and I'd be like, is that
sick.
cool?
No, that's
like, is
like
that
that.
okay that I'm
See
just...
how it's like his
Yeah,
toe
exactly.
is pushing the board?
I would be
but
asking...
that makes it look... That's like what makes that trick dope. You know?
Yeah. I always thought that was cool.
It took a second for me to find that out because I was like, shit, I'm having trouble over here. I got one in a toe on the board. Like,
that's so funny.
But
it's
then
like
it makes
perception
sense
is everything.
because the way my foot is, when the board turned, it just landed.
Yeah.
You know, it went perfect on there.
Yeah.
Your weight was perfectly balanced.
Yeah, exactly.
That's it.
Crazy. Those are some big ones too.
Yeah, fuck yeah. Was that all DVS's back then?
Yeah, they was hooking it up though.
Oh, I love those things. I got one of those in my backyard.
Hey, if I'm wearing a DVS shirt, rent was paid. There you go, switch to the back tail. That was fine. Like,
Yo.
That's crazy. That's fucking crazy. That's nuts.
that's at a police station.
Yeah, word. I remember that. How do you guys skate that spot then?
I was
At night?
terrified. I was like, I'm going to jail.
Everybody skated it
So
though
I
at that
landed
time.
my shit quick and was waiting in the car like, I don't like this place.
I don't want to go to
You guys,
I said, it's
generators?
a fucking police station.
Did you guys light it up with
Yes,
generators?
we did.
Oh my god.
What the fuck at the cop station?
Yes.
That's so crazy.
Because those dudes were like, if the more professional you do it, the more you get off.
Yeah, I get it. If you're like out there with a big
yeah,
camera and
yeah.
a fucking generator.
So
Yeah.
we hopped the fence one time. It was where Keenan did the switch front nose on a bar in like a hallway at a school.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a famous 4-star ad for Keenan. Google it.
Yeah.
You'll know what I'm talking about. That we took all that shit in there. Had to like 5 of us to get it over the fence.
Yeah.
Cops came. And we were just like, Ty was like, I make skate movies and here's my generator. You want my car? Blah 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 blah. You have internet? I can and just the cops was like, you just can't do it here. Okay, bye.
Yeah, dude.
You know what I mean? Because he had the top,
the blessing
man.
of
He
Ty.
was crazy, yeah.
How
That's
steep is that
fucking
fucking
nuts.
thing?
That thing wasn't that steep, but I always liked how skinny it was and was like,
Oh, yeah.
I was like, it'll be cool because my board at one
goes-
point
it's
will be
out-
wider
yeah,
than
yeah,
the
yeah,
fit.
yeah.
Yeah, I was like, my board will be wider than the thing. But
Yeah.
I think Anthony Van Engelen switch flipped it in a Big Brother, and I remember seeing that spot. But he rode up like real
Super
high.
tight.
Yeah. So I was like, yo, let me do it.
The tray flip.
Hey, that's an Oakland Tech.
That's it.
Oakland Tech.
Yeah.
I'm the one who waxed that. Nobody, I don't know if that's still a skate spot or not, but I fucking waxed that shit.
You're the first one to wax it?
Yeah, and I was like,
Damn.
we're getting a nollie flip nose around the corner.
Let's go.
An MVG spot.
That's fucking nuts, dude.
You like that one?
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, thank you.
Yo, it's such a weird trick. You're like
Yeah, it's-
shoving in the
that's why it's
opposite way of
super
the
weird.
ledge. Yeah, it's fucking.
The thing I really like about this part is you just like kill spots one by one.
Yeah,
Like,
no,
the editing is super
You
good.
get the barrier and you do like 3
Yeah.
tricks on the
Oh, yeah.
barrier, and then you
Yeah.
get this, and you're fucking doing like
Yeah.
all these shove it
Yeah.
fucking combo fucking.
See, back in those days, I was more like competitive and more serious, you know. So to me, it was like, oh, I want to shut this down. I want to make sure like fools that come here have to like upgrade. They can't.
Is that
just,
still a fucking thing? Because I remember that being a thing like a motherfucker. Like, you go to a spot and you'd be like, I can't do that trick because that
Nah,
fool did
not
it.
anymore.
I can't do that trick.
not anymore? There's no rules anymore.
There used to be like that, right?
You
Like
could
back when
come-
motherfuckers run around with the VX1 fucking thousands and shit.
Hey, I swear to God, I'm not talking shit, but there could be like 14 Jeff Rallies with the name Jeff Rally, and everyone would be like, "Come on in," you know what I mean?
Yeah, wow,
Like,
it's crazy.
You feel me? It's not the same anymore.
I remember back in
But-
the day,
Yeah.
motherfuckers would be, because I would be with people, like, I'd be with, like, Joey Didge and the Tilt Mode guys, and they're filming shit, and they'd be like, you can't do that, because this fool did that.
someone's-
You can't do that, because this fool did that. And then they're like, well, what
Yep.
fucking trick can I do? You know what I mean? Like,
Yep.
and it was ridiculous. Like
And that was like part of it though back then. It was like, oh shit, you know, you wanted fool to say, you know, oh, this is the John Cardio ledge. This is
Yep.
this.
Yeah.
Oh, homie did
gold,
that
the
here.
gold rail
You
in
know what
Union
I
Square.
mean? Like,
Yep,
this
yep,
is
yep.
that. This is this.
Yep.
You know, you almost didn't want to do that because out of respect.
Yep.
Like, shit, I grew up on that kickflip. I got to do something else.
Yeah.
But nowadays, he kickflipped it. Shit, I can too. Instagram.
It's a better
you know what I'm
kickflip.
saying?
Watch.
Yeah, Instagram.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know.
That's definitely changed. Just murdering that shit.
I got a water bottle in my shirt to give me big shoulders.
Yo. So that's tight because that's like almost like what
That's
you did
the
in
same-
that first trick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that right there is the same day that I did the line kickflip up and the tray flip and the nollie and the hang loose.
Oh, damn.
yeah,
That other
yeah.
trick.
That's in Italy,
that-
too.
That's in the same spot. And look, I had the homies chilling up there. Okay, that's funny because at the end of that, I was like, I missed the fucking All-Star game to come film this, so I was like, I better land it because it was All-Star weekend.
That shit is nasty.
I was
That's like the
I
stickiest
missed the
snow
fucking
slide.
I missed it.
See, those ledges are like so fucking round, man. Like, I don't know how you do either of those tricks on there. Like, how do you slide or grind? Yeah, again, like murdering a single
this part is so like creative, like, and that, I think that's what stuck out. And this part is in a part with like Costin. Like, this was like the biggest fucking video when it dropped. I specifically remember getting this DVD and like me and like his brothers would like go and like we're gonna watch this, set a time aside to see like this mind-blowing video. And I remember how much this part stuck out because you're doing tricks that like nobody else was really doing. Not in terms of like, oh, he did a kickflip down the Hollywood 16, blah blah blah. It was just like creative.
That was
shit.
like kind of like what my point was.
Yeah, and it stuck out hella hard
I
because
wasn't
of it.
as good as those dudes. Like if you watch Guy's part and Costin, they have a lot of single tricks that are fucking amazing.
Yeah, like hammers.
So for me, I didn't have those single tricks, but I was like, you know, you film a line, you can just do a kickflip on the ground, right?
Yeah.
But I can't film just a kickflip on the ground for one trick.
Yeah.
So that's why I was always like, fuck it, I'm gonna do lines and just do this one little cool trick. Because that was the stuff that I personally gravitated toward when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Like, I'd be like, damn, that was sick, but that little shit in the middle, like, fuck. You know, like Shamil Randall was a perfect example of that. Like, he would just do the super basics, and I'd be like, dude, he did 3 basic tricks in a row in a line, like, but it was like the best thing ever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Ty's editing in this too is like,
Well, like
is
you were
really
saying, he's just like annihilating
selling
spots, and then right when every time the song gets like, you're like fucking destroying a single thing, whether it be like the manual pad, the ledge, the
Another
barrier.
thing that was really cool about this part is when I went through my first knee surgery, and I literally edited this part on speakerphone. So they were going through the footage like, okay, we're at Pier 7, you did a no-slide crooks, a 180, fakie manual, fakie flip, you want that? And I'm like, yeah. Like,
No shit.
They're like, okay, next trick.
Damn.
It's
Damn, that's
all.
crazy.
I'm laid up with a fucking brace from my fucking waist to ankle. Like 4 days fresh from surgery, like on Vicodin, like when it wasn't cool. It wasn't cool.
It wasn't cool.
Vicodins was not.
It wasn't cool. You were just on pills, dude.
I was bummed I was on
It's
them.
working though. It worked out great. That is amazing.
Well, yeah, and so it must have been like a present to see it for the fucking first time.
Yeah. And it was cool because I basically waited a year for this to come out, because if you look at everyone else's footage, it's like more up to date. Like, anyone who really knows skating and could see my shoes knows that my shoes are a year late.
No, I'm seeing, I'm
You
watching.
feel me?
Yeah.
Like, you look at other people, they already in vulcanized shit.
Yeah.
I mean, the big boys.
That's all. Yo. All this shit. Yeah, this was, because that's what we would do when we went to Pier 7 mostly, is manual shit, because you couldn't fucking grind those windows.
Then you had to come around the curve.
Yeah. You did. You always had to come around the curve, unless you were coming the highway.
Oof. Which I never did.
Yeah, no, the highway.
I was like, that's your
Yeah.
Stevie Williams can have that.
Yeah.
I did an extra
That's some
large
day
extra
one ass
large.
shit right there. Take an extra large.
Alright.
This is filler.
That trick, I still remember. That was like the trick that stuck. Besides Costin's tray flip nose blunt down the handrail, that trick was the one that stuck out to me.
Dude, that was
whole
my
video.
Poor Man Day One song.
Yo,
I had never seen anybody do that.
I fully thought that was gonna be like filler.
No way.
Really?
This shit is so fucking sick.
And plus the thing is, I remember
I thought
being
like a
how did
switchfoot
nobody
back
think
tail
of
on
that
the
at Third
barrier or
Army?
something was gonna be my last.
Your last one?
Because
Your
I was
hammer?
so psyched on that. But then they got that one. I said, okay. Like all this manual shit too, all this lead up. I said, really? Half that's filler thing. Like this, I was like,
Dude, this is insane. It's so sick.
this is the best. Hey, that is my best trick in the video, and I've been told that I'm legendary for that only. Everything else doesn't matter. This is what adds. Here's what you've been waiting for. 720. I was mad in a motherfucker. Because he was going to skate in front of me trying to do my manual.
Yeah.
So I'm like, dude, haven't you been watching me try this
I know.
for like an hour?
I know.
No, but-
Like, that's what that. Look at my face right here for a second.
You're so serious, are you hella mad?
Look. I'm like, oh, suck you. I had it for a second, huh?
You know what's funny?
For a hot second, you saw the club punch. Like,
Because, bro, I've been there like at spots and I've seen like dudes that people like watch in videos freak out at fucking kids for getting in the way. Like, what the fuck are you doing, kid?
Yeah.
And we always thought that was so cool that like you look like you're gonna punch him for a second, but then you just come down
I
like,
came with the
like,
mellowness.
why would you do this to me?
Because I was like, find your center and just be,
Why would you do this
be
to me?
constructive. with
The
your
inner
attitude.
chi.
Yeah, it's straight up, and that's funny.
That's
Yeah.
a classic fucking
Yeah.
part, man.
No offense to that kid. I know that kid gets it all the time because only that dude, his buddy, knows. It's like you're the guy in there.
Yeah, you're the guy.
Because I've never gotten tagged. No one's ever said, "Do you know that's so and so?"
Yeah.
Because I know he's out there. Like I hate.
Yeah.
Like, him and Caswell Berry are like, man, I fucking hate Mike.
That's so fire.
Why is Caswell Berry hating on me? Man, come on.
But that's a big
Kaz.
part about
Come on,
My
Kaz.
guy.
You
That's
gotta-
my
you gotta be
guy.
aware of your
I was
surroundings.
around when Caswell Berry skated the back to the fucking city contest.
Remember when he had long
looking
hair
like
a little girl?
no, looking like he's gonna catch the boomerang in motherfucking Road Warrior.
Oh yeah, the little kid from Road Warrior.
Yeah.
Yo, I remember going
He
to
just
the,
got mad because I was going ding 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 and I threw the shit and got in the car and left and didn't take it with me. That's what.
Yo, we used to go skate the ramp club, and you'd hear someone like in the fucking in like the lobby be like, "Dude, you see that little girl skating the vert ramp?" And you'd be
my
like,
God.
Go in there and see Castle, and you're like, "Yeah, it's still amazing, homie. It's 10. He's
Yeah.
10, but
Yeah.
it's a little boy."
That's a compliment to kids because you're very handsome.
For sure.
They would say that about my.
For sure. That's how you get all the bitches later
That's
in
how
life.
my son. Oh, your daughter's beautiful, and I go, it's my son, and he's beautiful.
You're right. You're right about the second part.
Yeah.
Oh man, so yeah, those are two fucking classic ass skate parts, and two parts that, like we said, we used to fucking like. That's what I would
Hey,
watch.
appreciate that.
That's what I would watch before we went.
And
out
those were
fucking
parts
skated.
like I had no idea what anyone was doing, what the cool tricks were. I had no. It was just like, go, do your thing.
Well, that's like before
Shoot it up the flagpole, see who salutes it. Like I have no fucking clue.
I feel like
so-
skateboarding changed
That's
a
dope
lot
as fuck.
when the was it Welcome to Hell the toy machine video?
Oh yeah, when the handrail shit
Yeah,
came
yeah,
out. Oh
yeah,
that killed us.
Yeah. Well, this was
Tight
like
pants handrail. Oh, that was the anti-venom.
Tight pants handrail.
It was done. We thought he was I Am Legend. We was like, fuck yeah. And this dope. These motherfuckers knocked on our doors today, man. Your fucking pants is too baggy. And they just got us. And,
oh my God, that's so good.
See you later, alligator.
But I remember like being kind of bummed that skate parts went from just being like just hammer, and it's like almost became harder to watch than like.
And you had to look like that guy.
Yeah, that too.
Like the zero. Like I'm gonna say this. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Fucking like Zero skateboards.
Yeah.
Like they fucking have the same guy in there.
Typecast.
Like
the one guy that kind of stood out was Adrian Lopez.
Right, because
he
he didn't look like that, or Matt Mumford, or Jim Greco. Other than that, like, or the little kids, they'd always have like a little kid. And, but other than that, there'd be like 5 dudes in some tight ass pants, long hair, lips sliding the rail, like tight.
Totally.
Like, you know, the new video's the same video part, new name.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'm not trying to hate on that shit, but you know. I speak facts.
No,
Hashtag facts. Like
I missed that aspect of. I missed this kind of skateboarding that was like it was like these are the spots that I skate to, and then B, it was like fucking lines and like about style and like just like how a tray foot would look in the middle of a line.
See, that's caring about your passion with nothing else to it.
Now
it comes with a fucking
it's
Instagram.
Like, oh, did he die? Did he fucking die though?
It comes with a blue check, yo.
Blue check.
You know what I'm saying? It comes with all this stuff.
That's
now.
crazy.
It's like it never used to do that. It was just about your craft. And that's why, like, you know, it's funny because that's why music and skating ties in so much, because as skating became more of a business and not like who's doing it, so did music. So it dumbed it down in a sense because we need to replace. It's hard to replace Hosoi. It's hard to replace fucking Sean Sheffy. You can't replace Guru. You can't replace Tupac. But you can make a bunch of bullshit and keep fucking producing that.
Yeah.
On the flip side, you have to say that
which keeps it a business.
The quality overall is like like the shit that people are doing on Instagram that you're just catching is like we were talking in the car about how like when I was a kid and I skated, it was like knowing how to do a kickflip was a fucking secret and not everybody knew how to do it.
Like mixing records.
But now
fools would hide the record and shit and not show you like how like fast it's going.
But there's like a collective
Google this shit.
There's a collective knowledge though. It's like as soon as like as a certain amount of people learned how to kickflip, then that just like is in the ether. So it takes a kid who starts skateboarding a year less, you know, to learn all the tricks. Like, you know what I mean?
Fuck learning how to skate switch. I fucking watched noses go from an inch to me doing like trail grab wall rides and going, fuck, I scraped my finger on the bolt of my truck. To like a fucking nose nollie flip. Like that wasn't even reality yet. It was you skated one way. That was it.
Even for me, when I used to work at the skate shop, and then like I took a pretty big gap there where I wasn't skating all the time. You could tell because I was super fat in all my battles. Legit, a lot fatter.
The skating does.
A lot fatter Dan.
Yeah.
But they hollowed out the fucking axles of trucks and the fucking.
They made everything.
That's so crazy. Like that was the one thing that like I thought that when I was. Like at that point in skateboarding, I was like, all right, we done it all. Like now we like wheels are as good as they're gonna be, boards are as good as, and because we did everything. We had Everslicks, we had boards made of plastic, we had all these different kinds of like this is how boards are supposed to be. But no, they hollowed out the fucking axles and the kingpins of trucks.
I love that.
So now I got independents that are super fucking light, but they're independents.
Yeah.
like and it changes the whole fucking game. You know
independents are terrible.
Yeah, that's all I wrote. That's all I wrote.
All right, Ace truck.
Bro, I'm an NHS kid. I'm an NHS kid.
Hey, man,
that's NorCal shit right there. That's me
that
being
shit
like.
It hurt my soul to tell those dudes, man, I gotta ride other shit.
Oh, that's.
Because I was on their website. They were the only ones that like kept me alive, and I was like, oh shit, I'm on. That's just nostalgic. I'll stay on.
Oh, you're a dick.
I'm like, fuck that, man.
You're
These trucks suck, man.
You should have been so proud to be a part of it.
I am.
Oh
man.
shit.
And Keith, thank you, Keith, if you listen. Hey, can I use the bathroom? Ain't nobody watching to me.
Yeah, go for it. Go for it. Take
Where is
it.
it?
Well, straight down the hall, and we'll preface the next shit.
Yes, thank you.
That's so fucking funny,
You guys
man.
are rad. Hopefully I'm not blowing it.
No, you're doing great. You're doing great.
Yeah, I'm honestly wondering how we're gonna fucking top this episode now.
I know.
Because no one's cooler than fucking Mike.
Mike, yes.
I got.
Having co-hosts.
Yeah, I have some cool fucking skateboard friends though. So like, hopefully we can keep this going. Like Avocado said, like this is an idea he had, and he's in the car with me, and he's like, I want to do this, and I was like, okay, well we're gonna do it now. I was like, well hold on.
Yeah.
And then I was like in my head thinking, I'm like, who do we do it with? Because I'm like Kaz. I can call Kaz. I'm like Jose Rojo maybe. Like I'm just thinking of all the dudes that have like cool skate parts that I know well enough that I could like sit down and chop it up with. Mike was the fucking best
he's
one.
the best.
Because not only he's familiar with our shit, and that
Yeah.
made it like way better.
He's
Because
a fan of music, battle rap,
yeah.
like street culture. Everything is like ingrained, so it's like such an easy crossover.
And he
with
can
them.
relate it to the shit that we talk about on here anyways.
Yeah, for real.
But I think now, like, he'll be the model for everybody else. People be like, oh, I know what I need to do when I come on that show. You know what I mean? So, like, we're definitely going to keep this going because this is the coolest shit. And I don't, like, even if you fuckers don't like it, I'm living out childhood fantasies right now.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm not even
like
paying
it.
attention to you.
We all
it's
like
like
it.
whatever.
Honestly, if I didn't skate, I wouldn't be involved in battle rap because skateboarding is what I started film.
Yeah.
I started filming skateboarding, and that led me into filming battle rap. So
That's a
without
fucking
skateboarding,
crazy
it wouldn't
thing.
be.
That's awesome.
Man, we wouldn't have Avocado if it wasn't for skateboarding.
Literally, yeah.
Battle rap would be trash.
Yeah.
Damn.
Okay,
that?
do you know how this dang stuff linked up? Was your boy Caddy Ron hit me up and said, would you sponsor the best white battle rapper who can do frontside, no slide, big spins?
Yeah.
And I said,
he said
"Are
a
you-
specific ass trick.
I said, are you fucking kidding me? What's your address? So I started sending Caddy Ron roller horror shit. And then
he
that's-
came on the podcast, and he was rocking the roller horror shit, and I was like, what is that? And he's like, it's Mike York shit. And I was like, what? I was like, fuck yeah. And then he sent me a box, and if you look, every time I'm riding a skateboard in a music video, it's a roller horror board.
Amazing.
The Lord Knows video where I'm riding
Yeah.
the cruiser, it's a roller horror board.
Yep.
Oh,
and that's
word.
how, and then I remember, I forgot who Caddy battled, and he had the fucking shirt on, but he took it off and had a wife beater on after, it was when he was
A.B.
doing his
Hoggers.
thing. I forgot who he battled, but I remember being like,
Maybe it was Sakara.
tripping
which
the
would be
fuck out.
so fucking fire.
I
Now I
was
gotta watch
tripping
all the
out.
battles.
Sakara.
Yeah,
Sakara's
I was
wearing a
bugging
polo
out
shirt.
on that,
Oh,
dude.
okay.
Yep. And it was good, of course, and
R.I.P.
that's
Caddy.
what, R.I.P.
Caddy's
Caddy,
connected
and-
me with so many different people. He's connected me with you. He's connected me with Dose One.
Yeah.
Like I met
Yeah,
him
Dose,
and
that's the homie.
yeah. Tyrannicon through him. It was all through him. So
Uh-huh.
yeah, Caddy was a unique guy. He had a lot. He could a lot of different walks of life of people he brought together, and that's actually in L.A. He did that a lot too with like Open Mike Eagle, Intuition, No Can Do. He like brought them all
Right.
together and like searched for venues for where they could play at. So it's just it doesn't surprise me, I guess.
And
He's such a cool guy.
Caddy skated for sure.
Totally.
I didn't know that either.
Caddy's brother, in 2009 or 10, beat me in a game of skate,
Yes.
and I
briefcase?
still owe him a verse for it. So
God. Oh,
like,
shit.
it was like I don't know. I think the deal was I was gonna rap on his shit either way. So I was like, you're gonna give me a beat if I win.
Yeah, we gotta have
Oh,
a
I'll give
producer.
you a verse if you
Nice.
win,
Dude, he's
Nice.
such a
won.
good producer.
He had
Gotta
man,
start
some of the
making beats
best
again.
caddy beats were briefcase beats.
Yes, yeah.
But it was just like I remember being like, yeah, I'll play skate with you. I was like, because I was like, I know how to skate, motherfucker. You
Yeah,
know what I mean? I got
totally.
the shit in the bag.
Yeah.
But Fat Dan, sure as shit, loses a game of skate to briefcase, who's nice and in shape and fucking didn't lose
Yeah.
those tricks. But yeah. Shouts out to Briefcase and Caddy, of course, for fucking
Dude, yeah, that was crazy.
making all this shit happen.
Hell yeah.
Let's talk about fucking roller horror.
Yeah.
The vibe is so fucking cool, and you were showing me when we pulled off the fuking freeway that the graphic is the same as
Yeah,
the
like Rocky Horror, like,
picture
you
show.
know,
Oh, dope.
Rocky
Yeah,
Horror
word,
Picture
word.
Show is where I got, the idea for it. It was supposed to be right before my wife got pregnant. I was, living on Dolores, right by the park in SF, at the spot, and I would go bar hop the Mission, and I would be with a few skaters. And we'd go to like Delirium and across the street and whatever, all over that motherfucker.
Yeah.
So I was like, man, And then, you know, as we're skating back, we're like zombies, like just fucked up. We're just skating in the middle of the street. So I'm like, yo, why don't we make a skate drinking club called Roller Horror?
Yeah,
so where like you just meet at the bar and you drink with us and we skate to bars and drink and do that, and that's how you're in the club. Like, it's not really a membership. It's like if you show up, you're in. You know what I mean? It's not really like a gang. It's more like, hey, you're here, cool. You come on.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So that's what I wanted to do with Roller Horror, and I was like, all right, I'm making fucking graphics. I'm doing this. I'm gonna really do like a little movement, you know. And then wifey got pregnant. I moved to fucking Valencia, California.
Yeah.
Life just, and then I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna do it as a skate brand.
Yeah.
You know? And just use my kids' art and the little kid art.
Yo, I love it. I love the vibe of it. Also, the whole, we were talking about this in the fucking car. The worst thing is when you follow one of your fucking favorite pro skaters from back in the day on Instagram, and then that, like, now they do fucking like vegetable food prep all the time.
Yeah, that motherfucker makes like, wooden benches.
Yeah. It's like, dude, it's like, this is not what I'm
talking about him.
This is not what I'm fucking following you for. So, to be able to, like, follow him and still see him out skating, and then the whole, like, fun movement thing is just, like, that's why...
I'm kind of a skate troll in a weird way.
Yeah.
Like...
Well, even in those videos, you always have, like, the personality and shit versus the guy who was, like...
And I be fucking around with the tricks, like, I'm knowing. Like, I'm the first one knowing, so it's like, what... If you dissed me, you're in.
Yeah.
So I haven't been dissed yet. Because if people know, like, well, if I clown, that's what he's trying to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm sort of like doing that. Because every now and then I'll let them know, like, well, you can still nollie flip no slides. Like, yeah, but I'm going to slap you again for the 70th time.
So sick. It's so sick,
though. And what?
I'll watch all those every time a slappy video comes up. Like, fucking give me that shit.
I'm a troll for sure.
That's the best,
skate
dude.
Troll.
That's the best.
It's fun.
But the whole, like, vibe
no
of the
one's
shit is fun.
expense either. Just the anal serious skater.
Yeah,
That's who I'm fucking with, and he's fucking with himself.
Yeah.
You know, it's not
like
me
that.
going like, oh, fuck Kim Kardashian, you know what I mean? I'm not like pointing you out.
Yeah. You're not Eminem and shit.
Right,
You're just
exactly.
You're not being specific.
I'm
You're
more
just like,
clown and skating, period.
and because it's fucking, it, like, that's the cheesy part of it. And, like,
Exactly.
what we were talking about, too, is that nowadays, we just skate to have fun. Like, you don't have to do fucking shit anymore. I ain't trying to die. You know what I mean? So, like, when I go out and skate, like, when I was a kid and I'm rolling around with fucking Caswell, my buddy Gizmo, and my brother, and all these fucking dudes that
I know Gizmo.
Yeah, I lived with Giz. So, like, and I lived with this guy, and I'm watching him fucking throw himself off buildings, do all this crazy shit. I'm like, bro, I can't do that.
Gizmo was the shit.
He was a monster. He was a monster.
I remember him.
Yeah, I still talk to him sometimes, bro.
He's a legend.
Yeah. He's chilling.
He's a Bay legend.
So when
Like,
Giz
people
lived
know
with
him.
me, he got the girl that lived across the street pregnant, and like, so like,
Yes.
there's always this connection of like, on my block, like, and then she still lived there for hella long, so I'd see Giz's daughter all the time, and then I'd see him
Shit.
like randomly, and then he's like, I knew him from like homies like that we just kick it with and drink or whatever, but that fool was the nastiest dude. I remember in this ghetto Fab Vibs that he did a crooked 5-0 tray flip out, and this was hella long, so nasty,
Yes.
Wow, and it was so fast.
I
dude.
remember it. I remember it was like it was a 5-0 tray flip.
Yeah.
On a fucking like a ledge with like bushes.
Yep.
Like no, I remember seeing.
Yeah.
Everyone saw that clip, whether they said they saw it or not, but everyone.
Yeah, that's
I'm
so
talking.
sick.
You know who I was rolling with. We all saw.
No,
that
he was
clip.
so fucking good, and
Mike Carroll was looking at that clip. Henry, everybody was like, "Oh shit!"
Giz was nasty, and I used to skate with these dudes, and I was always like trying to push myself harder and harder and harder, and then it's just like this fucking unattainable thing, you know what I mean? But nowadays, like, I go out and skate, and I just fucking do it to have fun, 100%.
That's all I do. I just don't want to get hurt too bad.
I mean, I don't even. It's like I used to think about getting hurt when I was like trying crazy shit. Like now I think about getting hurt all the time when I'm like, it's like I won't try that because I'm not gonna get hurt.
Yeah,
like,
man.
I'm gonna do all this shit that I won't get hurt.
Speaking of getting hurt, your boy got a 9 o'clock orthopedic surgeon appointment tomorrow.
Oh yeah, he's getting his shit all scraped out. He's
For my leg, dude. I'm finally gonna get a knee surgery after 18 years.
Well, because he was saying the last knee surgery he had was right after.
It was like 18 years ago.
Yeah.
And then I never had nothing. And I have so much buildup. It's ridiculous. Like, it's starting to not bend. Like, I will, like, put myself into, like, tears.
Yeah.
Bending my, like, wrapping the shit, pulling fucking strap over my shoulder, like, breaking out the fucking scar tissue and shit. Like, I'll go, like, a whole, like, 2 weeks of not skating, breaking scar tissue out to skate for it to just... wake up in the morning is right back.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, diet change, everything. Yeah. Nothing worked. I'm like, fuck it. Cut me.
Surgery.
Cut me, Mick.
Yeah.
Fucking A.
Go in.
Well, and it's like it's something you dreaded doing forever and you're probably excited to do now.
Yeah, because I don't have to worry about my nollie flip. That shit used to pay my rent, dude. I used to get, you know what I mean? Shit, dude.
Rightfully fucking so.
And I was the Luke Longley of the Bulls. I wouldn't even enjoy. They didn't make my jersey on the team I was on.
No, but
and I got paid jersey money, dude.
No, but you were that.
I
dude
got paid
always,
that
man.
Rudy Gay money, but I was fucking. You know what I'm saying?
Let's watch this roller horror clip from.
So this is the
Woodward
team.
West.
The team.
Oh yeah, the roller horror team. Yeah, for sure. This is a bunch of good guys, man.
Yeah, motherfucking rippers.
Hey, put it this way, man. You can hang out with them.
What?
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
They're cool guys too, because they fucking rip.
Where is Woodward West? What city?
What the fuck is it called? I forgot. It was.
It's gotta be out here in SoCal.
It was freezing. It was
freezing?
snow. Like.
Oh, is it like by Bear?
God, yeah. I want to. Fuck. I forgot. The town has some fucked up ass name too. But I love you, Woodward West. You guys are awesome. Oh, you hear the basketball shit? Wow. Editing's dope.
Yeah.
Yo, who's this one?
It's my friend Adam.
Yeah!
Like this right here.
What? Not that off the back of the knee. You gotta miss every time.
Yeah. The only way to be a roller horror reject, you can't put yourself making this shit.
Yeah, this shit right here though.
Yeah, that's the little homie Dobby right there. He was the one who told me to.
He was the one that told you to battle the
Yeah,
cha cha cha.
dude was like.
That's so funny. Getting it. That's just the shit you tell yourself. That's the board. Okay, so look, that board, that's the board that I'm writing in the Lord Knows video. It's that same board right there. Which is tight because it's like a fucking cruiser board, but it's skinny too, so you could like fucking get off on it.
That's what I want with my shit.
Yeah, no, I love that board.
Is that like a dirt bike?
Yeah, it's a dirt bike.
That was fun because no one was there. You noticed? No one's there. They just let us come. They was like, hey man, it's not gonna start for 2 weeks. And then
That's
where we
incredible.
stayed was like, we had to drive up the hill. So we had 2 apartments pretty much where I've never seen so many. Like the joke on this, because every trip has a joke. This was Moose's. Where the Moose's is. Because we saw moose.
Oh, wow.
So it was like,
Whoa.
did you see the moose? And it was again, I was like, well, where the Moose's is.
So
it
Jay,
became where the Moose's is.
R.I.P.
You know.
Jay Black.
That's my man Greenfish. That was way scary.
What's like beneath it? Is it like
No, I think it's just packed, dude.
as fuck.
Just,
Packed
just
like
looks like
crazy?
Yeah, no,
concrete.
there's like they have the full blown everything in it.
My own defendant, so I can't testify on me. It's gonna be a sad song for you other guys. R.I.P. sad songs is the lullabies.
Real trap shit.
You know what it's gonna be when we in your town.
I love
It's going down whenever we around.
Just enough,
That's my friend. Oh, that's my favorite.
That was fucking gnarly, dog.
Yo, Brandon on Instagram, his Instagram handle is I'm the number spelled out. I'm the #1 delivery driver. So it's really long.
Yeah.
But yo, that's my favorite skater.
Yeah.
Like now, favorite skater, that guy.
It's that guy? Yeah, that was a pretty stylish ass picture. Easy. I call that easy. That's all I wanted to do. Fuck, that ramp, I just
We'll just go to that room.
I'm the shit, cause he gets low. Looking like a role model.
Brandon is the guy that's always on vacation.
Oh,
I can show you how to
hard
get it, just don't judge me. Think like I'm retarded.
damn, hard flip.
Stupid dumbass crazy.
Or no, was it a pressure flip? Was that a pressure
pressure
flip? Was that a big ass pressure flip?
Yep. Oh, you know what Oh, right there. I was so drunk right there. I was like, I need to grind the hot dog. And then I grind the hot dog. I grind the hot dog, and I turn around right here, and they don't put it. Here's where the edit. Pause. I turn around, and I said, fuck you, vegans. I grind the hot dog. That thing was still you over here.
Yeah, especially a little drinky. It's a big round one, so you're like sliding around all over the place.
Yeah, I was just thinking I was going to get out the
Oh.
And I wasn't jumping in the phone.
Yeah. Fitting and fucking fingers and all that. Whatever fluid gets rid of that.
He asked me to do
Oh, nice. Dude.
I said, I get more props not
fuck?
doing that shit.
Yo.
He tray flipped into that fucking scary ass bird.
Yo, but
What?
yo.
Right. That's the setup for the clip.
Dude, the grail is tweaked nasty though. Look at
Watch him go
that.
forward. Look, he put the chest out.
That's a nasty trail right there.
Crazy baby, since birth I was shady, baby. No
How do you get that much speed off one push?
crazy baby, since birth I was shady, baby. No aftermath. Pour down some water for the nicest MC.
We always got the fun little edits, man. That's what I like having the fun. The roller horror.
The
jarts.
boys are fucking rippers too.
Yes, they are. I got the new pro boards for my man Spencer. And then right there, Spencer had a knee surgery. That's what's so dope. My man had a knee surgery, so he wasn't in there, and he's just annihilating shit right now.
Damn.
Like,
That's crazy.
he's the one who got me psyched to get it.
Yeah.
Cause he's like,
You saw how well it worked out
that
for
shit.
him?
He goes, this shit ain't fucking 94 knee surgery, York. This is like
Real shit.
modern medicine.
Yeah, it's like
dude.
getting, like I was saying, it's like
Yeah.
getting LASIK now. You remember you used to like,
Yeah.
you couldn't see for like a week and
Yeah.
shit. And now it's like
Now it's
30
just like you
minutes in
blink.
and out and you
Yeah.
see all the colors in the world. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
need
they
to get
telling me about knee surgery, and they're like, yeah, they'll have you walking out. And I'm like,
what?
what the fuck? I was out for like 9 months, like a good, like not touching the foot, like good. With the brace, with the hinges and shit. Like,
Oh, man.
You get 6% movement. I'm
Mobility.
Like,
Fuck.
tight. That's dope.
Well, shit, man.
You guys want to
fucking,
watch the last slides and grinds?
Yes, let's
All
watch
right.
it. All right, we're gonna watch one more thing.
Oh, nice.
This is what Avocado recommended. It's Slides and Grinds, which apparently is like the barracks, but you could do fucking slides and grinds, right? So it's
Yeah,
like
it's like Battle of the Barracks, which is essentially, for everybody that doesn't know anything about
It's like a game of skate.
It's like a game of horse. Yeah,
But
basketball.
it's skate instead, and you have to match
Like I'm
everybody's
coming
tricks.
with the hot sauce in the shirt, punch, come around, lay up. You gotta
Yeah,
do the
or-
same
Now you gotta do the
thing,
same
get
shit.
an H, you
And it's
feel me?
from a Sobra skate, I think. I don't know how to pronounce it correctly, but it's a Brazilian skate channel.
Hey,
And-
Brazilians are the best humans. Sorry,
Yeah.
everyone else. We're the rejects of Brazilians. Just
Yo,
accept it.
how come they're so good at fighting and then
They're good
skateboarding
at everything.
too, all,
Have
like,
you ever
sports?
seen People are beautiful.
Yeah.
The place is beautiful. Food, everything. Yeah.
All right. And
Love you guys.
The production's hella cool too.
Slides and grinds. So they just got a big ass ledge in here.
Wow. Correct.
So off cuff, they make this shit look really easy. They have to do that first try and
Yeah,
grind.
dude.
Yeah.
This shit is
People don't
fucking
understand.
already crazy.
Dude,
Yeah.
you could lock me in a fucking room for 3 months,
Okay,
bro, and I
okay.
might be able to get one on.
Okay,
Yeah.
put it this way. That was like bars, okay?
There's so many bars.
That was bars right there.
And the way you
For all
hopped
you
off
battle
it,
rap
too.
motherfuckers
Oh
right
my
there.
God.
Like
Yeah.
what the two dudes
Yeah.
just did, that
Yeah.
was like, that was off the top. That
The
was
second-
No, though. It's all. These are rebuttals.
Yeah, this is
fool.
just like fire
This is
rebuttals back to back.
That's
Yeah,
exactly what
word.
this is. This
Word
is
up.
fucking rebuttals.
Yeah,
Okay?
it's super hard. Damn, across the whole shit. Switch back to
Yeah, switch. Switch.
Damn.
Yeah. You're gonna rebuttal that fakey
What?
5-0.
Oh, he went a little short on that bad boy, huh?
Still was it.
Oh,
Damn.
somebody else.
Okay, you know he's like kind of playing dirty when he starts like throwing flip
Flip
tricks
tricks, yeah.
out.
Yeah.
He's like, okay, I need to like up
Third
the ante.
one?
Yeah. Yeah, he didn't wait. It wasn't really a gentleman's
See,
game.
I would have did some easy shit.
Yeah,
always
look.
do some easy shit.
So
It
look, he
takes-
gets him with the.
Yeah, you do easy
Oh,
shit until
oh,
the
He
end.
shit on him with that.
Rewind it. Rewind it.
Watch this one. There's a
Everyone,
little
look
tap.
look at your boy's face. Watch his head the whole time.
Oh my god.
That he was chilling.
Yeah. He
You
looks
seen
like a
his head and
robot, man, when he
was
skates.
he was tail sliding. He was like, and I'm gonna land. He already
Yeah.
he knew what he was gonna say
Yeah.
before he said
He's like,
it.
oh, I'm on a ledge. right now.
Rebuttals, do you guys? Rebuttals. Yes.
Switch.
Oh, yes.
Oh my God.
Give it to him.
You better.
Oh, they made him do it
They
over.
made him do it over?
Yeah, it's
Oh,
toe drag.
bullshit. On the
Hey,
street.
if
On the
it's
street, you're getting that.
toe drag, you gotta refilm it. Oh,
Yes,
wow.
he's like one-upping him on style
Yeah,
every
he's-
time.
Every time he's sliding farther.
No,
And,
yeah, and that's on purpose.
Yeah, Tiago played this too, and like that's the thing about him is like somebody would do a trick, like they would
Oh,
do like
Thiago
a bump,
would do it.
and he would grind the whole thing
Oh,
every
yes,
single time.
Yes, for sure. Like that right there is about to get grinded.
Whoa.
The middle.
And he did
And he
it out
popped
the
out
middle.
early.
Okay.
And he did
That's
it out
Out
the
the
crazy.
middle means
You have to
you
pop
can
out.
chop off the edge, the ledge. But
So
right
look,
here,
every time
boom.
I've ever done a K grind, I've popped off the ledge. I've never
Yeah.
hoofed out the middle.
Yeah.
I don't even understand
Yeah,
the
yeah.
fucking physics behind doing
that's-
it, honestly.
You know,
crazy.
like in the crooked grind, you're like pushing kind of on your heel.
Yeah.
So and your truck is bent.
Yeah.
And you know how you guys were saying to me like, oh, how you got you jump
Yeah,
out
you
of
Yeah,
it.
pop
yeah.
out.
You use that heel in that truck, and you jump, and your board just fucking stays to your feet.
Yeah,
because
like
the
when you
truck-
hit a bump on the
the
street.
truck like it's like a spring. It goes. Ding.
That's crazy.
So watch it, and then watch how his feet are. Watch right here. Watch, and like you'll see what I mean.
Yeah, no, yeah,
Feel me?
yeah.
So it's like a little extra.
It's like when you hit a bump on the fucking street and you just
Dude,
lift
this
your
is
feet
nuts.
Yeah,
This
exactly.
is fucking insane that
Yeah.
Carlos is doing these tricks back to back.
Yeah, he's like, what do you want me to do?
So he did a kickflip crook first try,
Yeah.
then he does a half cab heel flip no slide.
That's half
Watch.
cab. I thought it was nollie.
No. Oh, is it nollie? Yeah,
That's
it's
nollie.
right.
That's nollie.
Use that.
But still,
Ah,
Damn, longer slide again.
that's the Chico trick. Nollie flip crook.
Oh shit.
Oh!
He just keeps fucking.
Okay, he didn't flip that one. That's basic. I can do that one. Oh! Beautiful. Beautiful.
Fuck.
Ooh,
Oh, he was trying to go to grind on
Yeah,
that. Huh?
right.
yeah, he fucked up.
ooh, kickflip front crook.
Nice.
Oh,
This fool is so fucking good.
that's insane. Wow.
Like the tricks they're doing right now. Okay, that's my move. I like that
Yeah,
one.
yeah, that's your shit right there. You
That
might
was
even
dope.
whip around and get another grind
That was
in there.
dope.
I know, that was son of a bitch. Up.
Oh, you can tell right when he got on that.
Thank
bitch.
goodness you bailed that because that was fakey back. He knew it too. He said, man, I can't do that. Oh, that was beautiful. He didn't like it. You saw that?
Oh!
Damn, I've done that. That happens. That kind of ground does that to you.
Yeah,
Oh, with the fucking like.
Yeah.
like hella slick.
Look, you
Tennis
don't slam
court
like that.
shit.
Tech dudes don't eat shit. See, you have to try. Saw how he was hurting. He was on his fucking chest. Okay.
Damn.
That trick's kind of hard.
It is.
Wow.
Yeah, that trick's super hard. That trick's hard faking.
Damn.
Oh.
Come on, get that thing up there.
Oh,
Shit.
Give him 3 tries, he'll do it. And seriously,
Oh.
a nollie heel flip 5-0 on
I
a
know.
big ass ledge.
I know.
Come on, man.
Damn.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you right now, like these dudes are doing tricks in the 90s. You would have did that once. It took 4 days.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
you would've been
yeah,
so
yeah.
stoked.
Yeah.
These
And now
dudes
this
are
is, they're
just
just
breaking them off. Like,
yeah.
Oh,
That's
fuck.
crazy.
And he
Oh,
matched
he did.
it.
Let's go.
Damn.
Wow. That's probably a hard one. Wow.
Oh.
Damn. Oh my goodness,
Damn.
he had it. Give him 3 tries. Give him one more.
Oh.
Carl Watson. Oh, Richmond. I knew it. He got it.
Oh, nope.
Give him one more. He got it right here.
Oh, shit.
Give him 4 tries. He'll do it.
Ooh.
That's meant to.
He was
Mr.
meaning
Crooks.
crook, yeah.
Wow.
Jesus Christ.
That's hard.
Switch heel flip
Damn,
front
he
side
had
crook? Fuck.
I don't think he's done that trick before because he
Yeah.
tried it crazy. Oh,
Whoa.
wow. Hey, that's good in the Baker video. They just put their hands down all. And motherfuckers bite the shit out of it. I'm like, man, you supposed to just use feet? Just like soccer and shit. I'm like, fuck, these dudes is holding. I'm
Damn,
like,
I can't believe Carlos
even
is
when
actually
the
losing
monkey
right now.
fucking skates, he ain't crawling around. I'm like, shit. This is the real bulldog, right?
Yeah, the other dude caught up, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, what a good trick. Switch flip tricks. Oh, that's a beautiful trick. It's got a lot of nice elements. Ah, that's pretty. That's pretty. You can't tell me that don't look dope.
That was crazy.
So I get 2 tries on everything?
Who wouldn't want
Yeah.
to do that?
Yeah, you get-
let's go back and watch it. Which one of you guys in the chat would not want to be able to do this? Hey, babe, check this out. What's up, honey? You feel me? Tell your girlfriend, hey, look, babe, what was you doing all day? Oh, switch flip crook. She gonna love the shit out
Little
you.
bit of
Stinky
this.
feet, no,
Yeah, you get
man.
2 tries on the regular, but when you get the last letter, you get 3.
Okay.
That's pretty.
That was nuts.
Oh,
It's going for the throat, man.
oh, they both going for some
Yeah.
savage moves.
Oh, fuck.
That one,
Okay.
that's the other one's sister.
Yeah.
Not as good, but you know,
Fuck, I don't
his
know.
sister, you know what I'm saying?
It looked
Shit.
like it was harder for him.
More like Freddie Jackson.
Ooh.
Ooh, Carl
my
Watson.
God.
That's the Carl
Yeah,
Watson.
that's the super
That is
Carl
Carl
Watson.
Watson,
All
that's
hips,
beautiful.
dreads flying everywhere.
Yeah, style like fuck. Great trick.
Yep.
That was crazy.
Yeah, that's great. See how his board hit?
Yeah.
See how that
Yeah.
it's
He
that
ain't
trick is
got it.
not
Yeah,
easy.
he ain't never
Yeah.
done that shit in
Yeah.
his
You
life.
need to have timing. You need to know how to do that.
You gotta land with your hips like all the way bent already.
Oh my God. Now, rewind that land. See, you know the Hunger Games? That's what we would call that, hunger.
Yeah,
Or thirst.
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
you was thirsty or you was hungry.
just froze.
And you made sure to get something to eat and drink.
yeah.
Feel me? It was good, but it was...
Oh. Did
This
they call
game
that
is
a drag?
fucking insane. Nah, they let him ride.
Yeah, I'd let that ride.
I was gonna say.
I'd let that ride too. Shit. Oh my God.
Jesus Christ.
Ain't tired?
Ooh.
These dudes ain't even sweaty yet, man. Oh,
Damn.
that's hard.
Switch.
So hard. Like towards the ledge.
Come on, man, do it. You got to switch flip so much higher than
Yeah,
the
because
Yeah.
you're doing it
You have
towards
to
the
remember,
ledge.
like
Oh.
every flip or nollie to this ledge has to be done 2 inches taller than the ledge. So,
Yeah.
however tall your ledge is, you need to be able to be taller than your trucks and wheels and enough to get those on.
But at least if you're doing like that trick backside, your board flips towards the ledge.
it,
But if you're doing it the other way, you have to flip. It's like even higher
Yeah.
because you have to go
Exactly.
over the
Yeah.
whole fucking ledge. It's just
Exactly.
crazy.
It's just, Yeah, it's technical, bro.
Oh! Damn it, he did that perfect, too.
Yeah. First try.
Oh,
Dude, he almost...
First try.
Hunger Games, dude. He wants in.
For real. Like,
he wants in.
I think the prize for winning this is a lot, too. Like, I know Battle of the Barracks was like $20K or something.
Yeah.
So I know this is like a healthy purse.
Yeah, it's got that Nike SB and the cannon.
Yeah.
And the fucking TNT, isn't that fucking, is that the...
The fake,
yeah, that's what, yeah.
I don't know what that is.
It looks like a fake money. I was like, is that Mayweather? Nope.
Yeah, me too at first.
Woof!
Yeah, fuck.
Oh, man.
Break. And you both got to skate a goddamn ledge that's waxed how the other guy wants it.
Yeah.
It's tied up now.
What a game.
Yeah, this is a crazy-ass game.
I'm stressing. I'm getting nervous.
I totally had a favorite going in, and now I have no fucking idea what's going on.
Oh, that was it.
That was it.
Oh, that was the last trick. Oh,
damn,
shit.
Carlos is the homie. That's the good homie right there.
He beat Luan also the last game. He beat Luan, which is
good.
crazy.
Beat Luan. Luan needs a ass whooping, man.
I know. He won Battle of the Barracks.
Luan need a little ass whooping, man.
Yeah, slides and grinds. But yeah, guys, thanks for tuning in. Where can they get your roller horror?
At www.rollerhorror.com.
Let's go.
Hella easy.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Make it super easy. And follow
fun stuff.
at Yorktron on Instagram for all the slappy grinds.
Yeah.
You fucking
good
handle.
times, good skating, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Enjoying.
Hell yeah.
And giving back. You know what I mean?
Look, we're going to do this more with our other fucking pro skater friends, and hopefully we do it with enough people that we don't even have to be friends with the motherfuckers. They just want to come in here.
That's the plan.
And do this shit.
Stoked,
yeah, that's the plan. Is to do this a lot.
But
more.
honestly, man, we couldn't fucking have picked a better guy to start
man,
with.
I'm blessed.
Fucking
You're
be
the
in the
man,
mood for
Mike.
sure.
Thank you
Hey,
so much.
I'm a big fan too, so I'm stoked, man.
Yeah,
I'll tell you what.
I mean?
You're gonna catch Mr. Mike York either at the next battle we do here in LA
man,
or the
I
next
gotta
one in
go
the Bay.
do it.
You got to come through. Like you
have to.
You're on the guest list.
I
bro.
just
You
want to
gotta come
watch.
through.
I don't need to say nothing to be in them.
No, you gotta
know what I mean?
see
But
the shit in person.
Yeah,
It's a different thing live.
It's a bucket list thing, you know.
Yeah.
Desi, thank you.
Hey,
Appreciate
Shouts out
it.
to everybody who tuned in. I hope you guys like this shit. Definitely repost it for your fucking skateboarding friends and let everybody know that we're doing watch skateboarding sometimes.
Hey.
Sure. All right, guys. I'll see you tomorrow. We're going to do a watch with Organic and Thesaurus.
Oh, shit.
Tune in tomorrow at 7
I
p.m.
said, yo!
All right, peace,
I
y'all.
was wanting to say that.
Yeah.